Warning. The content in this podcast contains some explicit language which may be offensive to some listeners and may be inappropriate for children. Therefore, the content in this podcast is intended for a mature audience only.
So, when'd you fall in love with hip-hop?
Right here, what we're gonna do is go back.
Okay, this is Mocha T. This is Mika.
And this is Dante.
And we got special guests with us. Y'all want to introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Preach.
I'm T-Dot.
Mac O.
We are the So What You Think podcast.
Okay, so should we do a question or something, you think?
Go ahead.
Oh, really? Me? Y'all see Capri ain't here today, so y'all, when y'all see, make sure she suck. But, you know, Capri always have a question, but I ain't thinking no question.
I don't have one. Mac, ask us a question.
I got a question.
You got a question? Go ahead.
You want to go?
I want to ask y'all a question.
Perfect.
So, what inspired you to start your podcast?
You want to tell a story?
Well, so what inspired it is Capri called. Well, I was talking to, because, we used to have 4 members. So, Melania asked me, she called me, she said, hey, let's do a podcast. And she said, I was talking to Mika, and Mika wanted to do one too. So, we never did anything with it. Then, some months later, Capri called me, and she was like, hey, let's do a podcast. And I said, well, I really can't do one with you without asking them because, they already asked me. So, that's kind of how it started. And when we did our first episode, it was really just, fun. And it just went from there.
So y'all like 2 groups that came together.
Pretty
Basically,
much, yes.
That's what it was.
You were
But
the
I
center
was the
focus.
mutual-
You were
yeah.
the
She was the
center
center of focus
Yeah.
of it, and then, we just
She was
brought it
like
together.
she was like the best friend in between both of them. Like, can I play on your sandbox? I mean,
Exactly.
hold on, I
Hold
gotta
on,
make
hold
sure
on,
because
yeah.
she said, okay,
And then we collabed, and then it went down to 3.
Now I work with 2 men. What is it like with working with all women?
It's good.
Yeah, it is good. I think that it was a little harder with 4, but now that 4th person, it's not a bad person, but I'm just saying now that 4th person is in here, you don't have 4 different opinions, 4 different attitudes, and so, but with 3, I think it works. And with me knowing Capri's personality, and when she get on her little tantrums or whatever she do, I just ignore her. So I think it's just knowing when to pick your battles, or knowing when to
tell me
aggravate her.
more.
Do y'all ever have disagreements that go on after the recording?
No, we don't.
No.
We
That's
actually
pretty
don't.
dope. Because women are
Because
known to be
only
catty,
one
so
that
that's
had
good.
disagreements
So
is
you're
actually
being
just
sexist?
exactly.
No.
The only one that have disagreements is y'all 2.
No, but when we
But,
had our 4th
y'all-
member, y'all used to. So Capri and I would have disagreements.
Oh, yeah,
and you
we did.
and
We did.
Melania would
So-
have disagreements
We did,
to the point to
and
where
we all kind of headstrong and
Right.
yeah. But we good now. 3, we don't never have no disagreements though.
3 that's a good number.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine adding another one of them to our podcast.
Another one of who?
You or Mac O.
She said them might be a whole other species or something.
And then she got included in the shenanigans.
I'm the mother of the. Out of all of us, we all play our position. I am the mothering one, and in that role, I still have to discipline my babies. I still have to keep them in check, and so they take it as me being mean, but I'm just loving on them in a mothering kind of way.
I wish we were recording this so y'all could see my face. I wish y'all would see it.
So
She ain't
how
no
did y'all
mama.
come up
She
with
like the sister that
No.
smoke weed and have her boyfriend over while she babysitting.
Oh,
You ain't know that ain't mama.
Listen, I'm the
Don't let 'em know you
organizer.
like
I set everything up. When we get there, I used to bring them snacks, but they don't appreciate
so they was
that.
really
No, we
They
love the snacks.
They don't
What?
appreciate the snacks.
We really love that.
The gummy
That's
bears?
really where the problem started when you quit bringing the snacks.
Oh.
Maybe.
How did y'all get started though?
Mac O.
Me and Mac had lunch. And
Well, it started before that.
yeah, probably did. I know me and Mac had lunch, and he was like, bro, talking about doing a podcast. And I'm like, bro, I want to do a podcast. And he was like, man, we was looking for somebody to kind of balance us out between me and T-Dot. Somebody that's kind of square. And
Now they just argue.
Well, Mac O had always, because I did stand up once, and I used to host the show, and he kept saying, encouraging me to do that, but that's not my comfort zone. Is being on stages. It's traumatic for me. It's like,
Is it?
it is. Lord Jesus, I'd be scared. I have to get drunk. And
But she funny as hell.
that don't mean
She's
I
a
need to be on
natural.
stage.
Right,
So
right.
Mako
Understood.
saw that, and this is where we came up.
And I was like,
we
the world need to hear you some kind of way.
and this
So-
is easier for me than because when
Let's
I
do a
opened for
podcast.
Jess Hilarious the first time she came, and
That just popped up in my mind.
I was supposed to do 5 minutes, and I did a hot 3, and I was terrified.
Are you serious?
I was terrified, but I did good.
She
Yeah,
did
it's
good.
tough.
She
It's
got
tough.
laughs. You could say, I mean, you're undefeated on the stage.
I'm undefeated. I'm 1 for 1.
It's tight.
Exactly.
How did you get into comedy?
Just messing around. Well, it was this dude that told me. Me and my wife went to a marriage retreat, and we were hanging out, just kicking it, and I'm just doing whatever. And it was this dude that did comedy, and he pulled me to the side. and was like, "Man, you funny. You need to do comedy." He was like, "The only reason I came here," he was like, he didn't want to come, but he said, "I feel like the only reason I'm here, God told me to tell you to do comedy."
Look at God. Not save your
That's
marriage.
Yeah.
Not save your marriage. Hell no.
That may or may not be the answer. The comedy is.
I didn't come to the
not for marriage,
to
not
say this
to
marriage.
save
Say none of our
God
marriage,
didn't care about the
or
marriage.
yours.
God didn't care about the marriage. He
We
cared.
had snuck out. We were
Yeah.
smoking the blunt. It was like a Christian little.
Oh,
It was like a little Christian retreat. We had snuck out. We were smoking. He was like, man, I ain't even want to be at this shit, man. He
and you was like, me either.
I was like, I was cool. I already knew it was gonna be cool. But then he told me, it still took me 3 years from when I told him I was gonna
Oh,
do
wow.
it to when I did it.
And we are so thankful you did it.
Then I got paid. That's what it was.
You won a contest.
You won a contest,
Ricky
yeah.
Shaw had a-
Yeah.
Ricky Shaw had a comedy contest, like my second time doing comedy. I won $100, and he had it every Friday, and I won 5 Fridays in a row, and I was like, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was $100 every Friday. I was like, man, shit, that's what I'm doing.
That's what's up. When's your
tight.
next show?
November at the Tower. November 3rd.
Oh, do you?
7.
Are you doing the funniest fuck or the funniest? With,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking
With
about.
Arnez J. I'm
Yeah.
opening for Arnez.
That's
Oh, that's
tight,
what's
man.
up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
You might have to check that
And what date is it while you giving the wrong dates?
I'm going to look it up while I'm
Okay,
telling you.
okay.
Yeah, basically, me and him both got our start at Ice
Nice.
Event Center.
Yeah.
That's who Mark, just sitting around talking to Mark kept saying, you need to be on the stage. Because I used to say stuff like, I'm going to go over and hit this man with some ball mouth. He was like, what is that? I'm like, head.
Oh, mouth.
That's head. Like, you can give somebody head. And that's
Oh, she got to put you on. You gonna,
me
you gonna,
on,
you gonna get all
okay.
the...
I forget
No,
get that.
girl,
Yes,
that-
I would say stuff like that. And I always pick up from stuff from like your parents. When you pick up on little stuff that you grew up hearing them say. If I say it now, people are like, that's so. I'm like, y'all.
Your parents said ball mouth.
Exactly.
I ain't
Did
never.
they?
I ain't never heard that song.
Me either.
Okay, well maybe my parents was nasty.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Maybe or not. We
Maybe
learned
it was
more about her
nasty, but he
family
was
tree
always, my
today.
daddy would always say stuff like, we were like 5 and 6 years old, and when we got in trouble, he's like, okay, you can play pussy, get fucked if you want to. He'd be like,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
In kindergarten.
What does that mean?
Yeah, play pussy.
And then when we got older, we was like,
You never heard that?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
my daddy used to give it to us.
But I just never heard no parents say to their kids. But I've heard you say
My
it.
daddy was
But it's
all,
like
I bet I
gangster
say that
saying
to
to
my
another
kids. They be
gangster.
right here saying somebody got it.
Yeah.
Somebody got
listen,
it.
my daddy was all the way with the shit, and he made sure his kids was too. So all them little sayings I say, I get them from my daddy. Like that's where I get my sense of humor from. He was the funniest man I
That's
ever
funny.
met. So yeah,
That is crazy.
Okay, the information is actually November the 6th at the Tower. Tony Roberts and Red Grant. That's who else
Okay.
will be there.
he's the worst organizer. He can't keep up with nothing.
But I just
Do
be
you
right
save
when
it
I-
and you don't even have no calendar where it's
His-
saved?
I
Because you
do.
had to. No, you didn't. You had to go to a flyer.
We have to get.
Yeah,
we have to like if it's serious. We like he got to hit his wife up.
Shut
We got
up.
to make sure like remind her or this is because
That's why I wanted to do a group chat. Because I was like, dude, I'm not the best organizer. That's T-Dot's lane. That's what she do. I'm usually early everywhere, so I'm cool.
We
So I'm
see.
early.
He came to the party early yesterday.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
no time. See, that's
Because, man, if it's like
So you
something
come
my
while y'all
friends...
still setting up, huh?
I came at like 4:30. It was 4:30. It was from 4 to 7. And actually, the only reason I was kind of late...
Preach me at the barbecue while you still seasoning your chicken. He like, you said 3?
comes out. And another reason why I do that is because sometimes I like to leave early, man.
That's what's up, though.
I do. If I get there, I'm like, man,
Ain't
I gotta
nothing
show
wrong
the
with being on
attention
time, though.
Well, see, I have read the
Look.
first flyer and I seen Mark Fleming's Creative Space. I'm
That's
so familiar with. I've done all kind of photo shoots there. My grandbaby took her first pictures there. I know that space.
Mm-hmm.
And then I seen another flyer that said something about glass. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna go to glass. So in the middle of the day, I done went from the east side to the north side. I'm out there
Wow.
knocking on the door like ain't no cars out here. I'm like, well, get in the car. So I opened the flyer and actually read it. I'm like, oh, so I had to go from the north side, literally like 63rd, all the way to the south side.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got there an hour late. But that's just
But yeah, it was all right.
that was some
Appreciate
Tanya.
I saw y'all
Yeah.
pictures. Y'all look good in the pictures.
Y'all
Thank
killed
you.
it.
Thank you.
Killed
It was a very nice event. It was very
It
nice.
turned out nice.
I was getting my act on.
We want to
Yeah,
just
man.
call
And
it
he didn't even tell us
We
he had
just
a play.
he was in the play
He was in the play
yesterday.
yesterday.
and
He didn't even tell us.
about it.
Wow.
Well,
Bro, you
can-
posted the flyer, but I
Well,
swear.
check this out. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I didn't know how the shit was gonna go. I was going to rehearsals. I was like, nah, I can't put this.
You didn't know how it was turning out.
I was like, nah, I ain't gonna pump this too tough, bro.
Are you serious?
I ain't
So
gonna
you
lie.
didn't have faith.
I did not have faith. I ain't
that's
gonna
why you didn't promote it.
lie. I'm not gonna lie. And my name was spelled wrong on the flyer. You
I
know
seen
how
that. It was MAC. I was
You
like,
know
bro,
how I
are
am
you
about
serious?
flyers.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my name was spelled wrong on the flyer, and that was one reason I was already like, fuck this shit.
Mecco, when we
then-
did Thursday nights together, when we did Thursday nights at ICE together, he could have a whole new flyer. He would go back 6 weeks and get a flyer because the flyer we had this week did not have his picture on it. He
Oh,
would
yeah.
not post a flyer
Yeah, I
that
ain't-
does not have his picture
I'm
on
saying-
it.
Even the one I did for us, he was like, "Hey, bro, can you add a little dash?" And he was like, "Hey, can you capitalize?"
That's
the
not how
O?"
my name is. Take that dash
I'm
off.
like, you cool, Mac? I got you, bro.
Hey.
Take the dash
Yeah,
off.
they had MAC. Oh, so I was already like, I ain't sharing that damn flyer. But then, hey man, the rehearsals, it was brutal. We didn't get it right until probably like the last 8 days. I was like, I ain't sharing this shit, man. This is gonna be
Hey, he
embarrassing.
said they
But how
couldn't
did
do
it
it
go?
prompt.
It actually turned out all right, man. It was cool, man.
This is your second play too.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
he's a
what's up.
thespian in
Okay.
addition to
Yeah,
his,
man. You know, I did with dabble in a few.
I'm doing one
The
too.
arts.
Are you
A
really?
docu-series. I am a pastor in a docu-series, yo.
Shut up.
Me and
See, I
my
be
wife.
wondering why nobody
Also
invites me to
Sunday.
do
Well,
stuff
let me
like
invite
that.
y'all. Sunday, next Sunday, I'll be leading a church service.
Shut up.
I am.
For real? In the
No, are you telling the truth?
Or leading the
No,
whole
he's
thing?
done comedy. He's
I
done a
promise
whole
you.
comedy.
Okay.
This is a church.
series
Well,
of,
we done ministry
Pastor's
before, though.
anniversaries.
Man, that's all.
Yeah, that's
we
what it
done
was.
ministry
I did the
before.
pastor's anniversary, so they invited me to come lead the service.
That's
at
tight.
10:30.
Oh, that's gonna be tight.
Let me, no. Lead the service.
I'm
Like,
gonna-
lead the service.
They're gonna be
what?
like, "Here's our guest speaker for Sunday. This is our Sunday."
So you
I'm
gonna be
doing
sitting up in the pulpit like, well, they say this is, like that gorilla.
Hey, I'm gonna have a towel on my shoulder.
If you think I'm missing that, where's the church and
What's
I'm
up,
coming.
bro? I'm not telling you.
I'm coming.
It's Mikey's dad's church.
I don't know what
Mikey
church.
Howard.
Yeah, I know Mikey Howard, but what's
I'm about
the?
to tell you.
See, he don't know.
I don't know.
Mikey Harris.
I don't
is the
ever
one we
know.
right?
The one
I'm
that
gonna
he
go
sings. He sings.
Listen,
Okay.
Yeah.
The fishes.
Yeah, he fishes.
Fish all the time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in there and do like they did Ghost on Power. Like, y'all got Ghost up here running the street. Ghosts to be
No,
in the
as
street.
soon as they say-
pushing the packs on the corner.
As soon
I'ma
as he
tell
walk up to the altar, I'm gonna fall
what
out.
are you doing? Like leading, like what?
Well, I'm just gonna
Explain
tell
the
you.
sermon.
I don't know. They only see me do comedy, so that's what I think they expect.
Maybe
I don't know what
they
expect. I'm
want
doing
you
my
to
comedy.
do. Maybe they want you to be an inspirational speaker.
Well, I'm doing comedy. I mean,
So are you gonna
that's all
promote
I
your
do.
like all your stuff like? And I got a dispensary.
Yeah.
You want some- you want
Nah,
some-
he ending with the musty Jesus.
Yeah, I'm hitting with Mustard Jesus. That's what I did.
Yeah.
I did Mustard Jesus.
They probably have y'all
So
heard
what's
them
the
stand
musty
up yet?
Jesus?
Oh, you gotta hit them with it then. They ain't
I
heard it.
just talk about, people always argue about what Jesus looked like. Is he black, white, whatever. But let's focus on the things we cannot argue about. And Jesus was mustard. You can't argue.
Walk across
He
the
used to
desert.
work from
Are you-
Jerusalem
2,000
to
years ago.
Bethlehem.
You had no deodorant. His teeth might have been messed up. Like Jesus, everybody always make Jesus handsome, but Jesus could have been ugly.
Jesus had a fresh blowout perm.
Man, or what if his beard? Yeah, what if his beard didn't grow in all thick? Cause mine be spotty right here. I like to imagine Jesus like mine. I don't like to imagine Jesus with a full.
Just all perfect.
Yeah,
he wasn't perfect.
yeah. So that's the whole point.
That's musty Jesus.
So then when I wrap it up with Jesus wasn't perfect. So I did it at the church, and the son got up there, and he was like, "Man, that brother was preaching. See, y'all just heard the jokes, but I heard the message. I'm gonna have him in church." I thought he was just joking, but
And he was serious.
Yeah, so they gonna get.
Yeah, I'm coming to that.
That's gonna be interesting.
I'm gonna come to that.
Now, word, you gotta tell us the church. You make sure you tell
I'm about
us.
to tell y'all right now. Let me look it up.
I'm supposed to
Look
be
it up.
in, what's it called next week?
We skydiving next
Oh,
Sunday.
you Texas.
We supposed to be OU Texas.
Oh, y'all gonna? I'll be in
For
OU
our
Texas too,
anniversary.
y'all.
You will?
Yes, this is my.
We going down the network.
I always go down to OU Texas. Macko, you're not coming this year, right?
No, hey, OU Texas is fun.
It's popping.
Is it?
We never.
Yeah, we just want to like
We
network.
going to network, but we've
Pass
never
out
been.
cards.
Well, this is a very good time to
This is
network.
a very-
'Cause everybody from the city that be doing stuff is gonna be there. So
Yeah.
and you'll meet people.
Y'all get in the room?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all make sure y'all book that.
Go to what's the name?
I booked our room in July.
What's the
Right,
name of the?
Hurry and book it.
Park Avenue.
Go to Park Avenue.
We going to park.
Yeah,
I already got
Brian
my about.
Yeah, I have my
Yeah.
ticket already. I got my ticket. I got my room in
Oh,
July.
we didn't buy tickets.
Hey, let me
You
tell
can
you.
buy them at the door.
I haven't kicked
Oh,
it
you
that
can?
hard in a
No, we ain't gonna wait till
long time.
Yeah. Either way.
Yeah.
Like I was like, man, we having a good time. That was one of my most
you
fun I
Texas?
had in a long time.
Really?
Yeah. And I've done
And it's a lot
stuff.
of because you're what you're dealing with is a lot of the black alumni that deal with like Saturday after the watch party. There's a young lady that lives there. Her name is Dawn Bess. She throws amazing events in Dallas. I mean, she has so many connects. So it's her birthday weekend. So she's having a party at the Sandaga. I can't remember. It's like 231. But it's a really dope club, has a lot of energy. So she's having a birthday party there. And there's a lot of people that will come. As far as networking, perfection. Because she throws great parties. And she throws for, some of the lead clientele. Last party I went to, we were on a lake, on a boat, and drunk, and it was just absolutely amazing.
Oh,
And
that
I'm like,
sounds fun.
and I'm like, this kind of stuff we don't do here.
Right.
And we got all these big ass lakes, and nobody got a boat.
Nobody.
And I mean, it's a 2-story boat, and we drinking, and nobody's scared about falling off. We ain't got life jackets on. We just getting fucked up and
Tripping.
I can't swim.
Tripping.
I can't swim,
Tripping.
and neither can my hair.
She's like, nigga, I almost died. Y'all, he was kicking it. That's what I heard. Shit.
But I mean, it's those kind of things that I kind of pick up on. Like, eventually, I'm gonna stop working in the club, so then I'm gonna have to move on to something different, which I would think throwing events.
It sounds like you strip.
Yeah.
I'm
It kind of. I working in the
She's not a stripper. She's a
I'm
promoter.
not a stripper. I'm a
But when
a
you
host.
say eventually I'm gonna stop working in the club, it sounds like a strip.
No, I'm not a stripper.
That's why I want you to.
I do
You
host
want to
events.
elaborate?
Yeah.
She don't strip, she bartend, bro.
I don't bartend. I host events.
That's what they say in the
They
interviews
fucking
whenever they go to the next one. Like, what did you do at the club? Oh, I didn't strip. I was the bartender.
I drink a lot, so I ain't gonna put that
Exactly,
jacket
okay.
on me. But I do host events at different, clubs, so that's
You're
gonna
a
have to
great
stop.
host.
That's gonna stop eventually, because I mean, Granny Anna's getting tired.
Grandy.
Are you getting tired?
Yes, because I do it like through the week.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
and
an hour.
I still have my day
Yeah.
job. So versus doing that, versus throwing an event maybe on the weekend, a big event on the weekend versus Thursday, Friday, and then
When I was
sometimes
doing
Wednesday.
Thursday, Friday, Sunday, and working, it was wearing me out.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I don't have the energy to be funny.
And then I try to reserve my Saturdays
That
for
shit
my
fun.
grandbabies. And
That's not
so
fun.
by the time Saturday come and I got my grandbabies and they like little. They like little, like 3, and I have a 18, 19-month-old. I don't know how old Austin is, but then I got a new one. She's like 3 months. And I'm like, I just want everybody to go to sleep. Let's all take a nap. And I think my grandbabies are allergic to sleep. Because they just be up like, come on, let's go. I'm like, I'm tired. And adding the drinking, so.
So what do y'all do, like, in between the podcasts and stuff like that?
Man, our days be busy. Shit, we all single parents. For
Okay.
one, we all got me and Capri got 2 kids. Dante got 3 kids. So outside
Two in the
of
house.
Oh yeah. Well, you still got 3.
I mean, yeah, but
Just like you had to run shit, you gonna be going to Langston in a minute.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, you got 3.
I gotta go take her back.
She gotta go take her back to school. So we 3.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she got 1 in college.
Me
So
too.
shoot.
Mako got a baby in Langston.
Oh yeah, do you?
Yes.
Man.
Why you say it like that?
Yeah.
Man, you know.
Mako is the evolution of a woman is probably bothering him that his baby now.
Oh, you just saw the transition.
Shit, I got
From
all
a little
girls.
girl to a young lady and all that shit.
You ain't ready for it yet, or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm adapting.
My daughters just turned teenagers, and I'm
It's
like,
like I could think about it. It's just the process of knowing, like, okay, this is all part of it.
mm-hmm.
You know, her first time being free, living on her own, all that.
I struggled for like the first 2 weeks, and she was gone. It was like hard to adapt, but now I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You don't think about it no more?
No. And I don't talk to her every day, but I talk to her, you know, several times a week, and we text and stuff like that. But I don't really worry about it too much. So.
See, I have an empty nest. It ain't even just one gone. Everybody gone. It's emptiness. So I mean, literally, like learning how to function as a. I've been a mama since I was 17. So I've never grocery shopped for just me. I've never done anything for just me as an adult on my own. So now I'm like, I don't know how to do nothing around this house.
you can spend some money on me.
I
got
ain't
you.
tricking.
Come on.
I ain't tricking.
It ain't tricking if you girl. Come on,
It's
Gradiana.
not gonna happen.
Bust it down, Gradiana.
It's not gonna happen. Don't worry about it. Don't even lean on it. Gradiana's not getting down like that. Okay.
I have the address to the church.
Oh, this is 30
Hey,
minutes
look.
later.
Hey,
Hey, at least he know where to
Hey,
find
look,
Exactly.
no lie. This, my wife asks me all the time. She be like, "Where's the show?" I'm like, "I don't know." And the show be in about 4 hours. I was like, "I'll look it up and see." What time you supposed to be there? I think about.
Are you serious?
But I always make it. And it always work out.
Well, before you got here, look, he was telling us that you pretty much your time ain't really on time.
Nah, his time's ish.
Ish, yeah.
It's always a
Like,
I live on the
4:30-ish.
ish. I live on the ish,
Yeah.
man.
Both
I
of
don't
well,
do nothing-
T-Dot does. She
I don't
does
do nothing
better.
on the dot.
I'm happy as long as Mako don't beat me. Somewhere.
Right.
If Mako beat me, I feel like I failed in life.
You kind of did.
I
You kinda
failed in
did.
life if Mako
Yeah,
gets
I
someone
don't,
before me.
I don't know what it is.
And don't let her beat me.
Something,
Oh,
I don't know, man.
she beat me.
But I always be where I'm supposed to be, though. You know what
I'm an
saying?
ish person too. It's hard
Yes,
to
you
get
are.
places on time.
I've become an ish person. I was raised to be punctual and timely.
My mama's like that.
My mama was very timely, but hanging out with my friends, I'm like, well, they always late, so I'm gonna be there.
It feel more
around.
relaxing, don't it?
Right. So and then the first time I went to the club, my friend said, this is the first time like ever. They was like, we're gonna be there about 10. I'm like, all right. I get there at 9:45. I got on my church clothes because I never been to the club before. I had on the church outfit and was nobody in there but me and the security guards. I'm like, this is the club. I'm like, so as I older, and I still would go to the club earlier than most people, but then now I'm like, they say 10, I'll be there at 11:30. Like I'm pulling up 30 minutes ago.
I don't think
I
about
used
what
to be
time
like
they start.
that.
I think about what time they end.
Or you go the other way.
Yeah, what
That
time
makes
they end.
So you know how much
I get
time
that
you
about
got?
that.
Do you think
Yeah,
that
I
way
know what
sometimes?
time
What?
It don't.
What's
The
that
clubs
stuff?
don't go to 1:45. We get there at 12. Right?
Yeah, so
That's
I'm
a
happy
nice
to get there.
night.
Yeah, I'm happy to get there at 12 because
We
I'm like, I
kick
got
it
an hour and a half.
boy.
Yeah.
12 o'clock.
I don't
As long as you got enough time to get another
Maybe
drink.
because I'm an early bird. I get up at 4
No,
o'clock.
Musty.
yeah, no, because that's me. Because I want to get there
You wanna
early as
have
possible
fun.
so I can get out of there because I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah, I like to get there late.
No.
Now, if it's a club that
If
I'm
once the
not
night gets going, I
familiar
wanna keep the
with,
night going.
like if I don't work there, if I don't have a relationship with the
Damn.
owner or anything, I'm going early because I want to get a seat. Because most times women wear shoes that are not meant to be
Exactly.
standing up in. So I want to sit back and I want to prop them cute shoes up and drink my drink, and that's
And
how
not
it
get up.
works.
And I want to get there
up.
about
Yeah.
12, walk around, dance a little bit, have a drink or two.
And then it's
be
a
there
wrap.
about perfect.
Leave at 12.
Unless it's trappy
I
hour.
want to
'cause
get there about 12, then, I'll be leaving about when it shut down.
Listen, I
I'm
don't
gonna shut the shit down.
I get
I'ma
to
get
the
there
trappy
late,
Let it
shut
hour.
it down.
close.
I get to trappy hour late, and sometimes Mecca was there before me, and he's there just as long as me. He be so popular.
Yeah, now traffic hour, I guess
That's different. Yeah.
Them
Traffic
$5 drinks, plus not even just the $5 drinks.
The
You
energy
always
is just
seeing
so.
somebody you ain't
It is,
seen in a
though, ain't
long
it?
time.
The energy is so
It's
different.
like a
than
class
any place.
reunion.
It really
Every
is.
Friday it's a class reunion.
And then you want to hear what the DJs is gonna be talking about, what
This
they're
is
gonna
a
be
nice
roasting
vibe.
people, and
Yeah.
it's just you just never know.
We
And of
talk
course,
about the trap house cool.
it was
I enjoy Trappy
it was something that
I
just
gotta
popped
take
out of
that
nowhere. I mean,
in increments, man. I gotta take it in doses. 'Cause I've
we
been
had
there a
2
couple
slow
times.
trappy hours.
So many. And I'm an extrovert. When I get around so much energy, I'm like, bro, this is a lot.
Too much.
And
fun.
sometimes you be chilling, and don't be that many people, be cool. And it's like everybody pops up like,
I
damn.
was telling you,
Yeah.
it is like that.
It
It
is.
was like that this past week.
I was like, bro, where all these damn people come from?
And I be like,
Look.
I mean, oh, I'm like, I said I was only gonna be here an hour. It'd be 3 hours later. I just sat in the parking lot talking for 2 hours.
That's how it
Yes.
was. I think I got
Closing on
home at maybe 8:39 because it's over. No, maybe it was about 8.
Dude, I didn't got
It's
home.
over at 8:30.
Trapped me out of
I know,
11.
but I was outside talking.
11.
I didn't say that
Only
till
thing in is the
11.
pricing,
Yeah,
really.
the
But
price.
other than that, it's like
But I'm
a,
saying
it's like
every
a
pregame we
pregame.
having drinks and then
It's like a pre-pregame.
No, they do karaoke afterwards.
They
Right.
karaoke
So it is.
songs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it
Yes.
is.
And honestly,
I go
like
in
I'll
the
get
audience,
paid.
smoke
I'll get paid, and I'm free to go. I'm free to get out of there. I'll
You
still
don't
go
stay
sit
for
on the
karaoke?
patio.
You know how you feel
I
about karaoke.
had a trap karaoke party for my birthday. So right after Trappy
did
Hour,
you?
we did
That's
trap
dope.
karaoke for my birthday.
she wanted
Oh,
to.
that's
She like the
what's
second
That
best
is.
karaoke.
Listen,
singer
let me
in
tell
this
you
world.
something. For my birthday, and I owe Mac an apology. I sincerely apologize for
What'd you do?
all the.
Oh,
He
man,
had to
I don't even
record
take that shit
me.
personal.
He
I
had-
do.
he had to
I
record-
need to show you too.
No, he had to
And I
record
want
me,
to
so-
post it. I just want to make sure.
Don't
you
post it. Don't post it. I was acting ugly.
Oh, a motherfucking asshole is what you was doing.
What's
On the birthday?
Oh, drunk than a motherfucker. I'm like, T-Dot, let me just drive your car. Fuck you, nigga. You ain't nobody fucking. Wait, you wasn't here last week when I was drunk. You want to be here? Why I need you this week? I was like, look, T-Dot, look.
He finally-
I had her keys. I was like, look. But still, I still stalled you for like an hour and you ate. So I was like, she good now. She can drive. But I was like, I'm not
I
gonna
still
let
tried to
you
race
drive.
him. I still tried to race him to my house. Like,
And yeah. She was like, just follow me home. And she tried to leave. I was like, this nigga's crazy. I'm like, T-Dot, let me take you home. She like, you know what? I don't even like you like that. I don't even like you. Just let me go home. You ain't here every week. So why the fuck
Hey, you know what?
you save me this week?
She be like, I'm like they mama, but she like the kids look like the daddies that I can't stand. I still love them, but the damn daddies get on my damn nerves. That's what
we
I'm
go
like.
through this. We go through this every birthday.
I wasn't tripping.
Last year I was crying. I tried to cry this
She
year.
tried to, yeah, she tried to cry. I was like, man, don't fake ass tears, man. I'm like, that shit, man. Ain't nobody going for that, man. Come on.
I tried. I tried to
Who told
squeeze
you
some
to go?
tears out. I'm like,
You trying to push him out?
Somebody gonna say she gonna have a
Stop it all
headache
that
trying to get them
nonsense.
tears
Yeah.
out of her head. It was so funny.
That's okay.
But that's okay. I thought I was Spider-Man.
I
for a
drove her
while.
home last year, and she talked shit for like 6 months about her damn seat.
He moved my seat.
She sound like Rasputia. No, I didn't fucking with my seat.
He did not. He act like he like 8 foot tall. My seat was in the back.
Why the fuck my seat back so
I'm
far?
like, what the hell? Goddamn, Mac, I can't get it just right.
Oh, she talk shit.
messed it up.
That is so sad.
Yeah.
Look.
I'm a good friend, you know. I
He
deal
is.
with that shit, you know.
I say he recorded me so he could explain to somebody like, this is why I'm coming in late.
I said that,
That's
I said
exactly
that too.
why.
I said that. Look, I said, look, I need you. I'm recording you. I need to actually take you home so I can say why I've been up here all this time. Because I was
Because
fucking
you
with
was
you for
trying
like
to
an extra
wait
hour.
until.
That's dope, bro.
Yes.
At least you took her home now.
That's
Nah,
dope.
He tried to follow
He followed
her.
me home.
She didn't
Or
let-
follow
That's
her.
tight.
Okay.
Then the nigga tried to leave.
I opened that little Jeep up like that little Camaro.
She's like, just follow me home.
Put some Grand Theft Auto.
I said, she is.
flying through Parker State.
Why you do him like that?
Because he lets me.
Because she just crazy.
Yeah. I'm
Drunk time.
Drunk time.
Drunk
and
time.
sober is-
But she was cussing
It
out everybody.
depends.
It wasn't just me. She
Shut
cussing
up.
out everybody.
It's layers
I
to
just
drunk
was on
Tanya. Because if you can get like a couple drinks, she's dope. She's dope. I went to, what was it, Tree Lounge? And
Yeah,
I was
when-
cracking
You
up.
stole my song. I'm very serious
I'm
about
still a
karaoke.
song.
I'm very serious about karaoke.
It was Donnell Jones, wasn't it?
I'm very serious about my karaoke.
Oh,
I'm
you
a
really did
karaoke
it after we
artist.
talked about it?
Yes.
I think this was before. I think this was before I know
No, we
about it.
talked
Right?
about it before. Nope, I said she very serious. We talked about that.
I told you that was my song. I
And
was
then you
like, bro,
said,
I
I'm
love
saying
Donnell Jones. I was like, I played. Was
We
it
gotta ask them some more
concerts?
questions. We sit here.
Okay,
bad.
listen. Okay. Y'all let us take over the whole podcast.
Oh no, you know we just talk.
No, we just talk.
Yeah,
It's not,
we do.
we're not structured or nothing like that.
At
We just
all.
talk.
See,
So,
we on
we
ours,
got-
we have a topic that we're supposed to focus on. We don't ever just shoot the shit like.
See, we normally what we'll do is we'll ask a question. We'll shoot the shit for about about 30 minutes.
Yeah, because
really.
we normally ask the question at the
Because
beginning.
we'll answer the question at the beginning, and we kind of go on and on about the question. Then we
About
have to
that
bring
question.
ourselves back in, and then we'll discuss our
Talk
topic.
about
And I try to see if I can get everybody off topic, but start off on topic. I try to start off answering the question and see if I can.
Rear off somewhere
Derail.
else. Just got,
Derail the whole
yeah.
thing.
We
But
just,
normally, but what's been happening is that we'll be on topic and we'll be on topic, and then Donella just say something just all the way from India that we don't have no clue.
No, it is. You know what it is? I say stuff and she don't understand it, so it seems like it's way off.
Okay, so
in
let me
English.
ask y'all a question. So we can. What do y'all consider colorism?
Oh my God!
Shut up!
Back
Shut
to
up!
this?
Shut up! What do you consider
Let's talk
colorism?
about it.
look how you look.
What do you
I don't
consider?
know.
I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
Take a
Like,
guess. Just take a guess.
Colorism.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it relates to race. I don't know.
Relates to what?
Race.
Race. Okay, cool. How about you?
Colorism. I wouldn't take colorism as race. I guess they would have to do something with different colors,
Like the light
a
skin,
lot-
dark skin.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
So
This is
Dante understood it like me, and she understood it like you all. It was a misunderstanding. I don't think there's nothing wrong
So
with
we had
that.
a topic about colorism and the light skin, dark skin thing, and we talked about this is what we were going to talk about. And then he comes in with this whole, well, if a white police officer pulled over a black woman and
No, that's
and
not
so
what happened.
me and Mac just sitting there like, and this is a moment where it was like a blank stare at the camera. We both looking at the camera
So
like,
listen, this is what happened. Okay, they were talking about light skin versus dark skin. They was talking about perpetuation of certain type of stereotypes, like memes. You know, you see a light skinned man, light skinned people cry like this. To make it seem like light skinned people are soft as hell, right?
Right.
Yes.
So she was like, okay, and I said, well, how would they be different as far as discrimination in regards to black and white? Because it's kind of like the same thing. It's a narrative that we perpetuate. It wouldn't be like that if we wouldn't carry it on. That's all I was saying. They
No,
were saying,
his story
what does
was-
race got to do with black? What does black and white got to do with it?
No,
We're
he
talking about light skin and dark skin.
that ain't how he put it.
You did not elocute your point.
No, I did. But it's the
As
same way I
precise as you
said.
did,
You know what it
right.
is?
What he said was, well, if a
Blase,
black woman got
blase,
pulled
whoop the
over by a
band.
white cop and she raised and she had this whole
No,
the whole
that's
community
not-
up in arms about this racist cop, and then come to find out that she was actually breaking the law, speeding, da 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 da. And we like, that's what you said. We'll pull up the
talking
episode.
about? I'm gonna
We'll
tell
pull
you,
up the
I'm gonna be
episode.
honest with you.
And
I
you
don't
were just
even
sitting
know.
there.
So what episode
Yeah.
is
I
this
think
on?
it just-
There's a point where Mako and me are just looking at the camera like,
Now, when he went into his big word, he did take it way
It's the
left with a
words.
bunch of
It
words.
is-
But it wasn't even just the words. You just made your point this time. You were trying to make a point, but you didn't make your point. You were just like,
It went all around.
yeah. And we were like, man.
Did it make sense this time?
That was
Okay,
better.
we're cool then.
comparing the narratives, but
Yeah.
not. But you didn't
But he
compare them at
didn't-
the time.
he-
I was trying to convey.
And the way he jumped in, super educated, but he didn't make
Oh my
any
God,
point.
It wasn't a conversation either.
Yeah, that's what made it funny.
Trying to
And
step in like Professor Ogilvy.
But I was gonna let it slide. But then she put on the
She let
extras.
my ass have
So,
it.
and I just instigated with it because I just like to see some shit.
This
say
is
this.
usually how the shows go.
But this is the problem that me and him have. Is like we had a show on. Would you divorce a cheating millionaire?
Let's ask them first. Would y'all?
Would you divorce?
with
If
the
you had a
millionaire?
millionaire that cheated, would you divorce them?
I would and take my half.
I mean,
No,
depends.
ain't no half.
No, listen.
Did
No,
we
let
sign?
them
Did we sign a
answer.
prenup?
You know what we should do? We should
Hold on,
understand the
let's-
question
Yeah,
that we
like,
had. That would
so
be dope.
I mean, did we sign a prenup?
But most marriages, when you're marrying a millionaire, they're gonna have a prenup. But
Well,
there's
you may
always-
not, but you may not. You know, he may not have been a millionaire prior.
Let's say
But then that's against we're
So-
millionaires.
So the money matters.
It depends on what the struggle was throughout. Because I think, yeah, I don't know.
So we're having this discussion, and we're going back and forth. Nobody,
I'm not
Maco's the
divorcing
only
mine.
one who is firm to say that he is going to stay with his cheating woman, whether it's $1 million of food stamps on the line.
Are you?
If I'm-
He's not leaving.
My point is this: if I'm doing bad And the only reason I'm making it or living on this level is because I know it's because of this person. Now, if we just equal and I know I'm leaving, be living like this anyway, that's one thing. But if I know the only reason I'm living on this level, like I would be homeless, but I'm staying with you, that's food stamp level. Or I got a maid, butler, and all this, and I have to get rid of all this to leave you. I'm not leaving it. I'm not, because to
Even
me,
though you know she cheating and
because this is my logic. Anybody can think how they want to think. I feel like if I want to leave, I'm leaving because, man, I don't want to be with this person. But I'm not just leaving strictly because you cheated, because now my life changed. Who am I hurting? I'm the one that don't have no butler no more. I'm the one that don't have no maid no more. Like, how am I punishing you? You sneaking out cheating me, and I'm going to punish you by wrecking my life.
You hear me now that I said
Now
I'm
that you
not
feel
doing
like
that.
that,
Like, what am I really hurting?
I'm just gonna sit in the room. You going where?
Yeah, you sneaking. This is how I feel. If you rich, or let's just say we got food stamps. Let's say we all the way poor. I'm only living on your food stamps. It's your car. It's your whatever.
Your Section 8.
It's your Section 8. It's your everything.
Everything.
So if I catch you cheating, I'll be like, yeah, fuck you, bitch, and I'm just gonna go be homeless. That don't make sense. Like, nigga, who you hurting? That don't. To me, that's not logical. I'm gonna make a logical decision. Like, okay,
I think
this is the kind of person you are. But you might. That's my whole thing. It's like,
talked about that before.
Yeah, we have talked
There's
about
a-
that.
and if I had to catch you,
There's degrees.
if I had to catch
No,
you,
there are definitely.
that's different.
No, but there are degrees of cheating.
No, yeah, it's all in my face.
Say you cheating on me because you have a fetish that I'm not going to be okay with. There's
that's
certain
how
things
I go.
I'm not going to let you do to me.
I like this.
You know,
Come
no.
on,
Okay,
I
so
like
say your
this.
man wants
Okay.
to defecate on you, and that's his thing now. He's read
See how your
somewhere in the
face turn?
porn that he wants to take a poo on you. And he's a millionaire.
That's nasty.
And
But
so,
he- well,
what do you
whatever, he just
say?
your regular
No,
cousin.
I'm going to leave because you want to take a poo on me. No, go pay somebody to take a poo on you, baby. I'm not with that.
But that's not worth us just.
No, I'm not
going
breaking
in the
up.
whole thing.
That ain't
You
worth
be
it.
like, I left.
Yeah.
Let me ask you
Go ahead.
this:
Cause
would
she
y'all
giving
consider that
permission.
cheating?
I mean, if we talked
No.
about it,
Not
and I
if she gave
said,
it permission,
not if you
no.
gave permission. no.
If we communicated this is something that's not on the
What if
table
you
for
just
me?
caught it, you just busted him, he been sneaking, and then you catch him. And then you be
Then
like, what kind of song
there's
you
certain
cheating
things-
on me? He be
there's
like,
certain
listen, the reason I've been cheating on you is because she let me shit on her. And that's
I
why
would
I've
be
been
okay
on you.
with like, cause I'm not gonna lie.
I'm ashamed.
My wife was like-
I'm ashamed, but I've been wanting to do on somebody. Or I don't want to do on you. I want to do on somebody.
I wanna shit on
but
you.
I don't want to shit on my
Maggo said
wife.
somebody want to pee on your scalp. I'm like,
Yeah, not on the hair, not on the hair, not on the hair, on the
sound
skin.
like, 'cause I'm taking my hair off and he
My
got me
hair.
all over the floor.
No, I need you to pour it right down the middle.
Not your wig.
I
Not
just
your
think
wig.
there's certain
Nah.
degrees of cheating because, of course, when you get married, after a few, you're not the same person you are within that marriage when you start.
Exactly.
So you might pick up a fetish, you might pick up something, and there's certain times that you have to make a compromise. And some compromises just are not on the table.
Yeah, that's
Well, like how Carmelo got caught. If my rich millionaire wife was on a yacht in the middle of the damn ocean and somebody with some long lens camera had
Took
to
a
catch her, I'm really not really counting that all the way.
Because she
Yeah.
tried. She
But
tried.
that was
She tried to hide
She
it.
was trying her best.
right.
See, that's what we said too.
I'm
We
like,
said
you was
that-
going out your way.
Yeah.
Somebody had to go out their way to catch you. You really, so you must really want to be with me too.
We think so too. Like we feel
'Cause you
like
did all
messy
that to
shit
try
is
to
all that
sneak.
different.
Yeah, that's respectable.
So if my man, okay, so like
I might
only
trip
thing
out, act mad now, but I'm not about to be like, fuck that, and then go live with my mama.
So
be
long
like,
as they
go
be
call her home,
discreet
be like,
about
yeah.
it. If they being discreet, is
That's what we. That's why.
That's
I
So
what
say
as a
it's like
woman, I'm
levels.
thinking like if
Yeah.
my man cheated on me with a man, then I'm gone. And I'm telling everybody
So
about
no
it.
matter
And I
what,
want money.
yeah,
I want all the
yeah.
money.
I'm
I want
not
all the
saying
money,
the
damn half. I want all the monies.
So,
I want hush money. I want
y'all
child support.
saying
Either we ain't got
it
no
depends.
kids.
If he's being discreet about it, you're okay with it.
No, I'm not okay with it, but there is certain levels of cheating. Like, what do
You-
we?
you
we kinda-
outright
Go ahead, I want to
Go
hear
ahead,
it.
Dante.
She's
I'm
shaking her
waiting.
head.
I'm
She's
waiting.
shaking her head saying, yeah, but we
No,
can't
it is
understand.
levels to cheating because I feel like some guys out here is just way too disrespectful.
Right.
In the clubs with they side chicks, knowing that they, the wives know or whatever. I think that's very disrespectful. But discreet to me is like you just so secretive with it. Like Nobody knows.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just so happen to find out about it. So I probably maybe I won't leave you. But if you out here just disrespecting me and
Right.
just wilding
Making
out,
me look stupid.
making me look stupid,
Yeah.
then I got a problem with that.
That's worse than making me look like a hoe.
But I mean,
It's
what if
making me
he?
look
So what if
stupid.
your mate,
Is it?
y'all cheating? You married? Your mate been cheating 10 years. Y'all find out they've been discreet. They go to this hotel room every Wednesday and Friday, but you ain't ever found out. Just so happened.
I'm not leaving.
Just so happened T Dot at the hotel. She see your wife. Be like, well, shit. I think that's her. Just walked in this room. What if you didn't find out somebody told you? I mean, you leaving her? She
I
been
think-
cheating on you discreetly
I
For
would
10
say.
years.
10 years.
I would look back and be like, okay, you've been doing it for 10 years. How does 10 years been? If this 10 years been cool, like, life been cool this 10 years. Then I'm not.
Now we talking about millionaires, or we talking about real life?
Just real
Oh,
life.
yeah, right.
Nigga,
Yeah,
if
right.
I
I mean,
found
I
out
don't
my wife
believe
was
you.
shit
I
on me
believe
for 10
humans
years,
10
have to
years.
fight to be monogamous.
10
I don't
years.
feel like it's natural. So
I think I'd probably be alright. If I found out from somebody else, it would be a discussion because at this
So
point,
y'all don't feel like, because I feel like you
I'm
cheat,
just-
you giving away something that belongs
No,
to
I'm
me.
gonna say this because
That's my whole thing. I used to
are
think
mine.
like that.
I
Don't
have-
nobody belong to nobody. That's
You
the
belong to
bullshit.
me if
That's
we
the
stand
bullshit.
before God and say,
That's
That's
This
the
is,
way
this,
I
is the
saw
thing,
it.
this is the thing about I've cheated before in my relationship, and I vocally told my wife. We went through a separation. We got back, and this most people wouldn't do this, but I said, "Hey, I want to let you know when we did separate, I did this, just so you understand. In case anything comes up, I don't want you to hear from nobody. I'd rather it come from my lips because I want to build our relationship on trust. I don't want you to feel like you're with a man that you have to run around and not feel like we're not putting the cards out on the table because we're supposed to be building a legacy, right? And so if you're talking about building it on something, and you're talking about building a foundation, I'd rather you look at me for somebody that you may not like because I told the truth rather than somebody that's lying that was front like they was, just fabricated. So in that case, if we talking about building going forward, hell yeah. If my bread ain't right, I'm definitely not finna to break it up. But if my bread is right and you feel like...
So it goes about
that's-
finances before you leave?
It goes about my finances, how's it going to impact my kids, what is my vision going to look like going forward, what type of stress are we talking about?
Everything, my whole
I weigh
life. But
everything.
I'm not going to leave. I'm not anybody.
So
And-
I'm not
and-
leaving
Huh?
just to
So
sit
happiness- how
back to
can you
have
be
my
happy in
own
that?
heart broke.
But I'm going to say this.
What if you
And
ain't
then-
happy? You would stay being unhappy.
That's what I'm
though?
saying. If I'm not unhappy, that's a whole nother story.
That's what I'm
We didn't
saying. Like,
say
if I
that.
was happy,
So
like,
you
like,
happy.
if the only thing that made me unhappy was I found this secret. Like, life been pleasant. That's like, okay, life been great. I love my mama, and then I find out I'm adopted. I still love my mama. Like, life don't change. Like, that's
But
how I
at
look
the
at
same
it.
time, my wife though, if my wife is not like that though. I
his
know my wife.
analogy.
And maybe it's
be
men
so-
versus women thinking like
Mako
that.
has the best
And
analogy
you know what? You know what, Mickey?
Because
you know,
I be
you know
like,
we lying,
because-
too.
because-
We're
no.
so damn territorial.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know, because y'all said, because men be so serious.
So territorial. Nigga, my wife cheat, bro.
Y'all
That's
found
a
the
wrap,
text
bro. We
message in y'all's
done, bro.
woman's phone.
But
and
listen,
then
me say
she
this.
right, but I
sends-
would not look in my woman's phone to find the text message.
No, I wouldn't.
So you
My
never
went
went
through
through
your
your woman, like
No,
neither one of y'all.
but this is
went through
why.
y'all's phone?
I'm
This
gonna
is
tell you
why
what.
I did when I was younger, but I've never ever confronted nobody about nothing I saw. Even if I did, this
You
what I did was
haven't?
no. I was like, oh, okay.
I can't.
Because now I know my whole deal is really, I want people to be who they really are, and just let me decide
100.
if I want to be around you.
100.
Because
That's one. I'm gonna give you
because
another
people
part.
will act like what they want you to be. Like if
You're
I
right.
first meet a woman
That is
and
true.
she says,
Yeah.
"Do you think that this skirt is too short?" I want to see what you think is too short.
Right.
Don't wait, because if
Yeah.
I say that's too short, then you'll never buy nothing like that again.
Right.
But that don't mean in your heart you don't want to have your butt cheeks out.
Exactly.
I want to see what you really
Right.
think and
Let
let me
me be me.
decide.
That's
Right.
Okay, so
you
this-
be
let me-
you and let me
This
decide.
broaches a
I don't want to
whole
even try
nother
to
topic.
start
Okay,
trying
that's
to
cool.
This
curve you
broaches
because
a
then
whole nother
you
topic
take
because
over.
we had a real fun episode that said, "Would you ever?" ... My question, they had their questions. Would you do this? Would you do that? My question was, would you be in a polyamorous or a polygamous relationship? They both said no because they don't believe that coming after a man's having sex with their wife after another man has had sex with her is right. It ain't the same. You come home. I come home with the
Right.
same meat stick. When a man come in you, I don't
It's
have to go
always
behind him.
different.
So
Always
it's
different.
so
That's nasty,
it is.
man.
It
So
is.
y'all wouldn't.
But my whole point is,
So if your woman is
How would I
cheating, you're
know?
gonna stay
Exactly.
after somebody.
Exactly.
That,
but the reason
You gonna come
listen,
behind him.
If I was gonna leave, I would leave when I'm ready to leave. Okay, you know what? I'm emotionally ready to leave. I'm financially ready to leave.
Right.
I'm not just leaving because my feelings is hurt, so I'm finna struggle. I would not do that. I would
So
sit up and
we
like,
think
okay.
about financial and
No, I'm not even talking.
stability.
It's not
I don't even
about
say that. I'm gonna say if I
like-
really love you right now, and I know it's gonna hurt me more to not be with you,
And I think
I would stay until you know what? Fuck you. So when I really leave, it's really
Right,
fuck you.
right.
But I'm not just gonna just.
But you'll stay.
I'm breaking your heart
and
to
go
teach
behind,
you.
Right.
You'll stay.
I don't understand people
and,
logic
and
like
go
that.
behind another man's meat stick versus having an
That's totally
understanding.
different though. So you
No,
talking
but
about
if
you
I
have
instantly-
understanding? No, I understand.
No,
the
I'm
logic.
saying if I instantly hated her, that would be one thing. But and when I was younger, my pride would have been like, oh no. You know what? You out cheating, and what do you get for cheating? You get to get me out of your hair.
Right.
I got to go struggle.
Right.
No. I'm still gonna stack my bread.
Yeah.
I'm finna do what I'm gonna do.
Right.
How am I punishing myself twice?
Right.
Like you already cheating on me,
Right.
and now I'm homeless too.
Yeah.
Like who would?
And
Like
that's the
who be
thing,
thinking like that? I
listen.
don't understand people's logic. Like
And
I'm
I'm
not
saying
doing
is-
nothing to hurt me.
But in most marriages, when you're married to a millionaire, there is a prenup and there's a cheating clause.
Well,
After,
let me say
and
this.
normally after 5 years,
I'm just
that
saying.
half goes up.
When I leave, I'ma leave looking good. I'm not gonna go through that broke down phase. Nigga coming back, get back phase. You ain't gonna see me like that. I'm gonna leave on my feet. Just period.
Ain't no-
I'm just
ain't gonna be
saying.
no come up.
I
I
don't
don't know if
understand
women
though.
think that.
I don't understand.
So let me
It's just
ask
like
you
a
this then.
woman
I
who
bet
be
they
like,
do.
I'm mad at my man, and
What you think you wouldn't
so
say?
I'm about to go live
hold on,
with my
man.
homegirl for the next 2 years till I get back on my feet because I'm mad at my man.
Would you do that?
No, I'm
Yes.
gonna be
You
here.
would do that?
I understand.
So let me ask you this. So
I'm not.
In my opinion, I think that like if you really working hard to provide it, it may be different from men than it is women. Because men, you know, if it's a
Exactly.
pleasure thing, you know, we out, we kicking it. We're more lust driven, depending on the circumstances, right? Women, what would cause you to want to cheat if everything is good at home?
Vodka.
That is a good answer.
That's not a good answer. What?
Honestly, I
Tanya, let me tell you,
Nigga
he
said
said drunk
vodka.
Tanya is a totally different person than me. I'm
Drunk
sensible.
Tanya is who you really are.
Drunk Tanya
Yeah.
does
They
things
say,
that,
yeah, drunk
yeah,
is
and
true.
it is because I can control myself when I'm
Man,
sober.
scientific
Drunk Tanya
in action.
has got caught in the back of ice doing
Whoa.
So listen.
Drunk
So
Tanya
doing what?
is
Do it what?
Bust it down, Grandiana.
I busted open. Listen, that was Drunk Tanya though. Drunk Tanya, listen. I was practicing for something. I don't know what happened. I was for my
Lord.
birthday.
Oh my God.
You know, I don't know,
Wait a
but
minute.
Drunk
You can
Tanya
right
does.
in there.
So I just know that when I have too much alcohol, I'm very free.
Okay.
I'm a freer
So what would
spirit
make
than
you cheat?
normal.
Dante? Everything perfect at home.
Everything good at home.
Everything good at home.
Nothing.
wouldn't.
Right. So
Ever.
I make this point to say this,
Everything
okay?
was good at home.
If my wife gets caught at a hotel room, there must be something that she felt like she was not getting at home, all right?
Correct.
Yes.
That opens dialogue to a whole nother conversation if...
So do
we're
you just
talking-
say I'm gone, or do you try to figure out what
No,
you
but we talked
like?
about that. We said women only cheat for certain reasons.
Right.
What
I
episode
don't
was
think
that? We
I'm not sure, but I don't believe women cheat.
Have y'all
because-
ever cheated before?
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't
Really?
cheat, but it was a reason. It would have had to be a
What was
reason
the
because I
reason why you
wouldn't.
cheated?
I don't know because
I've never
My
heard a
thing
woman
would
say she
be-
cheated before.
my thing would be it would
I
have
cheated.
to
I
be.
talk about cheating all the time.
I cheated
Yes.
because my husband was cheating at the time, and so
Okay.
since you want to cheat, I'm gonna cheat too.
Okay.
The first
So
time I
that
cheated
was
was an
my-
accident.
My mindset.
It was I was getting high. I was smoking with this guy, and he gave me a charge. You know, back then you put your mouth to mouth and you
Okay.
get a charge. And
No,
I'm like,
you was already with the shit.
You think that's
She was
how-
already with the shit. She doing shotguns with the homies. You already with the shit.
Bro,
It's
it's
just
an
an
If you was
accident.
sitting
Hold
there
on.
smoking
She
with
cheated
him,
on accident,
but it was
though.
good.
But
So
no, when y'all
it was a
start doing
thought process.
charges, no.
Did you already know you wanted to do something with him?
Somebody-
no, because you get your
Somebody
homegirl, your homegirls that ever gave you a charge.
Bro, that's a hook, T-Dot. That's a hook. If I throw this
Yeah.
hook, a charge,
You know you get something
you
in.
know it.
I did
Yeah.
not.
Oh, come on,
So
come
that was an
on.
accident.
I was a stay-at-home mom, and I just happened to have.
So he
hit
said,
it
and when he
hit it with
said,
that
"Let me
click
give you a
funnel.
charge," you never thought in 1 second that.
No, because we were just friends.
Damn.
And he stayed across the street in the apartments.
Damn it.
He was right across the parking
Around
lot.
the breezeway?
No, across the parking lot.
I'm about to
no.
say, oh, you did the breezeway. You super gangster.
That's bad. It was
I
across
got a
the parking
homeboy
lot.
who did that.
And in hindsight, I'm like, so he knew my baby daddy's schedule. So he knew.
He
I'd
know
be
when he
home.
go. I know.
So he knew what to blew you like the charge.
Yes. That's why I quit smoking weed. I'd have probably had 85 kids.
Man.
Weed and alcohol.
Let me
is
ask
right.
y'all a question. So, do
Kryptonite.
y'all think that men can be friends with women and not think
Oh,
about having
definitely.
sex with them?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Never
have a
think
lot.
about having sex.
I have a
Definitely.
lot of.
It's not that you won't think about it. It's just that
I mean, never cross that. Like, you can
Like-
be friends with a woman and
Yeah,
never.
a majority of my friends are females. I have a lot more female friends than
Or
men.
if you think about it, you be like, nah.
We were real cool in high school.
Yeah.
It's hard to.
Yeah.
It's some friendships that you wouldn't want to risk that that bond or
Right.
whatever that person brings into your life, whether it be they're your shoulder to cry on, or whether they're, because I have homeboys who are super mentors to my kids. I have homeboys that are just, I can just kick it with and have fun with. And no, I don't care how good the sex would be, it wouldn't
Yeah,
be
you
worth.
do.
Which
Yeah, you do. You gotta try it first.
no, I'm like I would not
What's the damn
risk.
granny young?
I would not risk that friendship over maybe what.
So,
And it's just my luck. It's gonna be a hot 5 minutes of some bullshit. So I wouldn't want to risk that friendship because that once you open that box, it's kind of hard to
I'm just
pretend like it never happened.
I'm fair.
I mean, you can if it's especially if it's garbage. You can be like,
And just go
I'm
on with it.
Just
not
forget
like
it.
that.
Just
You just
like-
make shit up like I'm a Christian now.
I got baptized.
I gave my life to Christ yesterday.
I got
We good.
baptized yesterday, so
Yeah.
I can't smash no more.
Yeah, I
So
think I can. I think you. Not even I think I can. I know you can.
me and Mecca been friends
Yeah.
for a while,
Yeah.
and it's never been
I've had
an
homegirls
issue.
I've been having
saying,
for
I got-
20,
yeah,
30
I
years.
do.
And then other people
Yeah.
think I'm fine, too.
One of my good friends, she's like a sister to me, and people always think we smashed. Been knowing each other 20 years as well. Never did nothing.
Yeah.
But do y'all just be
Do
sitting
y'all
up
just
talking on the
friends?
phone?
Y'all see each other?
Yep.
That's what I'm just gonna say.
We
Y'all
on the
talk on phone?
Her mom adopted me when I was in high school, and we've been tight like that. But yeah, we stay on the phone, talk. You know what I'm saying? If I ever have an issue, go over there to the crib, chill out.
You
know
call
what I'm
look, we had a little episode about like you call your homegirl first before you tell your wife something important happened. Would it be okay to call her first?
saying? It depends. It depends.
It
Because-
depends.
No, it depends. Like,
Topic of the importance, or
yeah, so like if I'm trying to gain clarity on a certain thing before I propose it to my wife to make sure I'm conveying it in the right manner, I might discuss it to her and say, hey, let me know if I'm tripping. Because I know, depending on how I'm feeling emotionally, it tends to bend the whole thing all out of play. I could be sensitive, so I know how I am. You know what I'm saying? So if it's something like that where I'm like, let me talk to my sister first before I take this to my wife, just to make sure I'm cool, calm temperament before, it ends up sparking a
Because she
fire.
can tell you the woman's point of view.
Hell
And you
yeah,
be
she
like,
can.
what? How you get that out of that?
And she'll check my ass. Like, look, man, you my peoples. I rock for you, but yo, you out of line.
It's good to hear that perspective of it.
Hell yeah.
Because I guess I look at it like you need to call your wife first. Like if you're going through something at work or whatever, you need to call your wife first, not your friend first.
Yeah, I mean, I love my wife. She my dog. She my best friend, but we opposites.
But this is,
So sometimes the way I feel about things and convey certain things, she may not even be like, way left field. Like it may not be as important. She may not value it the same way because we don't think the same way. And I understand that. And so I may convey that. Sometimes it's got me in trouble though, because sometimes my business don't need to be over there. Sometimes it need to be at home.
Exactly.
So it just depends. It really does depend.
but this is what I have a problem with. This is what I feel like that causes problems in relationships. Like how she said, I feel like things should be a certain way. That's what I feel like.
Expectations.
I feel like those
The
are like
boxes.
the biggest things that cause relationship problems is people say, okay, once y'all decide y'all love each other, your
This
behavior
the
has
way.
to fit in this box. Like, these are your new friends. You might have had friends you had for years, but they can't be friends because males shouldn't have friends
Right.
and females shouldn't have friends. Like, we paint ourselves into this. We paint
Unrealistic.
ourselves into.
Right.
We trap ourselves
unrealistic
with these rules.
expectations.
And then when people don't fit them rules,
Right, it's
then
hard.
they break up.
Then they
So we've had to do that.
And,
So
I don't understand.
me and
that goes
Liz-
back to not being evenly yoked as well, because our generation is so quick to make permanent decisions with temporary people. That's the whole. I mean, I know back in the day in our parent generation, they used to have 2 and 3 families, and back then. But we are the baby mama, baby daddy generation.
But that generation didn't care about happiness. That generation
They
was
didn't.
only about stability
Right.
and
Yes.
having a family.
And the come up.
And so
And
you
that's
have to
true.
decide, okay, what is most important? Are you even trying to be happy? Like, if you want a relationship of happiness, that may not be the same as saying, I just want to have a relationship where we just stay. Because you might have two people that hate each other for the last. I just had a homeboy who said his parents did not speak to each other. They lived in the same house and did not speak to each other for the last 10 years of his dad's life. But they're not getting divorced.
Right.
They old school. So
terrible.
But it wasn't about being happy. It was about
you know what's worse?
Being married.
Nah,
so you have to decide what's most important. Like,
people are conditioned to feeling like suffering is supposed to be normal. That's the only issue I have with. I feel like if you in a relationship, you should be in that relationship for it to be a thriving relationship. So in regards to expectations, I feel like that's probably the only argument that we have. Because I'm like, yo, if we're going to be in this and we're going to, be together, I don't want no mediocre-ass relationship. I want you to feel passionate when you come around me. I want you to be enthusiastic. I want to recharge you. That's not, I know I can't make you happy because that's not my job. But that's what I want an ideal marriage and a relationship to be like. If we can't be like that, then maybe we need to take some time apart, figure out what works best for us. But the expectations would definitely
expectations, because like say Dante, say she has her friend
if that
she goes to. Like she's like, okay, anytime I'm excited, whatever's going on, this is the person that I always call. It's been that way for the last 10 years of her life. Then she gets in a relationship with this dude. They've been together. They love each other for 2 years. And he say, I should be the first person you call. Now, because she loves him, she's going to be like, okay, well, I guess you're right. And try to... Or you won't
tell him.
Or you won't tell him. But I'm saying...
to call my friend.
Right. And I'm saying, but then you start...
But is that right?
It's not.
There is no... But I'm saying, really, that's how I feel like eventually... You build all those traps, and that's eventually when relationships fall apart.
That goes back to.
I think if you can
you have wedding vows, and the biggest part of the wedding vows.
I just read them just yesterday.
And you're married, and that's sad. And so the biggest thing to me is that you just read you didn't.
No, I'm saying I just was reading.
I was just reading. Go back and read mine.
Okay, so
we'll go back and read mine.
One of the strongest things is forsaking all others. And so,
but what does that mean?
That means that God and my husband. That's the order. Mm-hmm. Not my mama, not my dad, not my mama, not my kids. If I have kids going into the marriage, not them. My husband comes right after God, and everything else falls by the wayside. So that means that if I get married, I have to alter everything. Like I have to alter everything. So say I'm a daddy's girl before my daddy passed away, and so I would.
Hold on, wait, stop. So you get married. All the things that make you T-Dot.
Come on.
All the things.
Come on.
Hold on, wait. All the things that make you, because he met you a certain way. You feel in your mind that you have to reform or what in order to have a marriage?
If those vows that I take and I say this is what I'm going to do, I'm forsaking all others. I'll put my man first. I need to make sure before I've never been married. Because I don't think I've ever met a man that's evenly yoked that is going to accept T-Dot for the way T-Dot is.
I doubt
so it. I can't adjust me because I don't have the attention span.
So we tried that
to accommodate somebody. You know, and I'll tell you,
that's a lot of pressure you put not even on him. You putting on yourself. Because if you say, okay, I love this person enough to act, because that's all you really just saying.
Acting.
I'm going to act a certain way. You can only act for so long.
You can.
There's only a certain amount of time
so
where you get burnt out, your mask slips off,
Yep.
you're tired, when you're drunk,
I could never be
you gonna slip out
long enough for it to make sense because it's me. So my last relationship, 8 years, it ended as 1, you're too popular, 2, you're too friendly. I can't help it. I've been this way since you met me, but
so you look for somebody that you love enough
I'm more popular
to not
now
want to be around
than I was 8 years ago.
So let me ask y'all: have y'all dealt with situations like this?
Like what? Like where we had to change?
Well, yeah.
Who? I don't really feel like it's changing. I just think that you put out your expectations on the table, and to me, it's like more of a compromise.
Okay.
So I personally don't like for my man to just be sitting up on the phone all day with a woman. That's just my personal preference because I dealt with it from experience. Not saying that he can't have female friends. So I don't think it's necessarily putting it in a box, but just sometimes you just do things based on your experiences that you've had in your past.
Right.
Okay.
And you just don't want to relive it or go through it again.
Have you ever been in a situation where you met somebody, you put out your expectations, and you see that they're really naturally not that, but you expect them to change to be with you?
So I feel like I have dealt, but that's why I don't tell. Like when men be like, "What type of man do you want?" I don't tell them because I feel like they'll act just the way that I'm telling them.
Yeah.
Because I want to see you for you.
Right.
But I feel
That's
like
good.
when you dating and you talking to people, they have a mask up anyway. You don't really get to know them until probably a year or two later.
I could never date a person that acts anything like me. I could never date a people person. Somebody who's when you walk into a room, you speak to everybody, you hug everybody.
You said you couldn't?
I could not.
So
I have come to the conclusion I don't like my men
You don't
to
like
treat
you?
me. No, I don't like my men to treat me the same way I treat them. I don't like if I do it. I know my intentions. So I know my intentions. If I see Mac O and I hug Mac O and I hug all these guys, I know there's a platonic. There's nothing sexual going on when I see my homeboys. I don't know about you and her. I don't know. Everybody can't be your friend.
Yeah,
I know that that's my friend.
I get that.
No, that don't bother me.
But
I've kind of been.
I'm not fair. I'm not fair. That's why I'm single.
because I'm about to say you
I'm not
describing
fair.
me.
I'm not fair. I'm not fair at all.
You describing me, and I'm not, and I ain't fucking nobody.
Well, I'm just saying that's
But I'm
me.
saying what's up to
That's
everybody.
me.
I'm
You
fucking
know,
everybody.
when I go somewhere, I know like any place I go, I'm gonna know like 80% of the people there already, or they're gonna know
Damn,
me.
bro, you took it like
People-
she said she couldn't be with a nigga like you.
I couldn't be with a man like
There's a
me.
lot of women.
I can't be with a man who's as
I know
friendly
I'm not easy to
and
do.
They just
as
know
open
everybody.
as me. That's why the guys that I date, they're not on the
It's like a
scene.
Is that an
special person
insecurity?
do.
It's because
yes,
it
yes,
is.
and
Can I
yes.
tell you personally? I have.
Yes, and
I
yes, and
have.
yes.
You don't say yes to
So
me.
is it? You
Yeah,
don't
I
think it's an
have.
insecurity?
I don't think it's an insecurity.
It's a definite
It's
insecurity.
just
tell
it's
you,
too much.
for me,
It's
it
too
would
much
be-
for me
it
and
would
somebody
be-
else to be just alike.
Yeah.
But why
It's an
though?
insecurity.
It's just too much. It
Because
just
she's
seems
like,
too-
I know what it when I'm cool when I'm doing it, but when you doing it, I don't know nothing about what you doing.
And so
That's
he's gonna have that
insecurity.
same. He gonna have that same
He might
issue
be.
if he's the same popular
He
as
might
me.
be.
I want to be able to trust you that you walk around hugging everybody and they just who you say they are. They friends of y'all.
I date
Well,
men
I
that
don't
are
even
off
have
the
the
scene.
question.
But I don't want to be looking like.
That's a
"Who
great
is she?"
question.
I
That's a
don't date
great
men that
question.
are on the scene, like are in the public eye who are quote unquote popular. And if we are dating or even trying to get to know each other, I immediately block you off my Facebook. You cannot be, even if we ain't friends, you cannot even come look on my Facebook. Because the perception.
Why, though?
Because I am terrible. I'm a terrible human being.
Oh yeah, you full of mess.
I'm-
That's what you finna do. Basically, what
I'm
you
a,
said.
I'm
Look,
a scare.
T-Dot,
Just because
you cheating
because I'm
yourself.
funny. Because I'm funny, and so what I might
you
perceive as
hustling
my.
backwards. You hustling
But
backwards.
why not?
No, because
You
I need to
hustling-
be able to.
I need you. I need you. I need you to
hustling
get a. I need you to
backwards.
get a face first impression of me. So
I promise you.
But you don't
hustling
want him to
backwards.
get a fake first.
no,
I mean,
I want
just
him to
give
be.
me
I want him to
his
get a hands-on
No.
one-on-one. Not
Say what?
because I have. Okay, so say
You
for
want him
example,
to see you at your
see my
worst.
Facebook,
I
and there
know.
might be somebody on there that might say something like, "Yeah, it was good." And
I know.
your impression that me and this person have slept together, and it might not be that.
And listen, you.
And so I don't need you to be
Nah,
like
you hustling
"Oh."
back. Let me tell you. This
So-
is why I tell you. I feel like
I need you not to have that social media
I
influence
feel
on our
like
relationship.
no,
This
because
is
in
heavy.
the long run, you really want people who can deal with you at your worst.
Right.
It's not about who
Right.
can deal with your best. It's
Right.
your worst.
Well, how many
You
years
want
did we
somebody
date? How
who
many
can
years
hold
did you have relationships with people before social media came apart?
But
and
no,
so I don't
my
want my
point
social
is,
media
you still gonna
to be
be
an
you.
influence.
You basically saying you need to be single forever.
No,
Because,
no.
or
And
that's what
another
you're
thing,
telling me
if
because you
people-
don't
if
want
people
nobody to
are
judge
judging-
you.
nobody
You
else.
right,
I
you-
don't want
you don't
social
even
media.
know the
I don't
real
want
you.
a social media to play any kind of.
But it's too big a part of your life.
It,
You
no,
gotta
it
have
doesn't
somebody who
have
can
to be.
accept
It
that.
doesn't have to be a part of my
So you gonna
personal
just
life.
stop?
No, because that's what I do on Facebook is to draw people in.
Right.
I draw people in
So
for.
you don't even hear that you talking out both sides of your mouth.
No, I draw not
gonna
my
talk
man, not my man.
Damn,
I'm
I
here to
feel
draw
like
people
y'all
in who
need to have
they
that
want
off
to
the
watch my podcast. They want to come to my events. They want to. Those
Good
people
for
are
you.
what I need to draw in.
Right.
My man, I need you to get to know me on a
On an
one-on-one
intimate
basis.
level. Right, right.
And
But
so
he
I
also
might-
need to
I
know
might need to-
my girl is crazy too.
Oh, you
so
gonna
when it's
get
home,
that?
but no,
You gonna get
no.
that when
So
you-
when his
when you get my
homeboy's
number.
like, "Damn, you fucking with the girl that who be saying this on," he got to be like, "Yeah, I know she said that." He need to be able to hit like on that shit and LOL and all that, so can't nobody run up on
Okay,
him.
so
and he can be like,
everybody-
"Yeah, I already know what she." I was sitting next to her
Yeah.
when she's posted the
Right,
dick meme.
exactly.
That's why you got to give him
It's
some
easier
ammunition
said
to
to
protect
done
yourself.
with a man.
That's why you
Because
need
I,
to know.
like I said, the last relationship it was I'm too popular and I'm too friendly.
Look, I'm gonna tell you. Look, give you another analogy. You know, I think in analogies.
What time is it?
Check this out. When I played in basketball, right, my first 3 days of practice, my coach, what he used to do? No ball. just have everybody run. We didn't do no basketball, just run. You know why? To weed people out. His whole point was, I want people to quit. I don't want to cut nobody. I want y'all to cut yourselves. So we'd always start off with like 25, 28 people want to make the team. 7 or 8 is dropping out before we even get to the ball. Man, it's too much running. It's too much whatever. That's my point is, you let your Facebook weed out the people who you already know can't handle you.
Yep.
You don't just want
That's
everybody. You need to let some people go ahead and cut themselves.
That's why he a good relationship.
But before social media, I would have still found men to date, and this wouldn't have been an issue before
That's good advice.
MySpace, Facebook, all that stuff. Before all of that, so we.
But
still,
it's here now. You ain't going
And can I
nowhere.
say another part of it, just being on the outside looking in, I think I have learned a lot about you.
I like
Some
you
of the
more
things
because of your
post. I
Facebook.
think of your
Actually,
humor. I think that a lot
Me
of
too.
times in relationships, what people are missing is that part of them that enjoys having fun. There's so many boring ass relationships, and you are a fun person that I think it would
I'm
be.
getting relationships.
Even for my wife, I tell my wife that because my wife is like hella reserved.
Listen.
My wife is hella reserved, and I'm always telling people how dope she is. People don't never get to see that. I'm like, babe, that's not fair because who you are and your sense of identity is grounded in what you're equipped to give other people. But if you don't give other people that, you selling other people short. You're called to serve people, right? And if you're holding that for yourself, how are people going to get to truly know the change that you're called to even create? Like, you are a beautiful human being.
So there's no way that a person can get to know me without being on my social media. So there's no way that we
I'm not saying
Not as much as you on there, no.
I'm not saying that.
No, they can't.
Shut
Not
up,
as much as you on there. No, they
And I'm
can't.
not saying. I'm just saying that they need to learn there's multiple different layers to who Tanya is, and I think that people should get to know all of them.
But you don't want no dude who only get to meet your representative and how you are. I don't know, because I don't know how you are when you're not on a date. So I don't. They don't need to know date you. They need to know drunk time.
No,
they
and
need
they
to know
gonna get
crazy
all of
Tanya.
that. They gonna get
They
first
need
hand
all that.
experience.
And if they can't handle that, you don't want them. That's what I'm telling you. You don't even want
Okay,
them.
so if they don't have to have the social media Tanya. They can get the real Tanya, one-on-one, just us together. That's all. I mean, I don't have a mask. I don't have
Why you blocking shit?
I don't have.
You sound scared to me. Cole.
No, I'm not scared. I just want them to get to know me on a one-on-one basis.
I think the memes need to be a bundle deal because her meme game is strong.
Shut up. Listen, I just
They
don't.
need to know. This is what my girl be
I
posting.
need them to know me one-on-one without social media.
I understand that.
As we dated prior
Then
to
you
social
need to make
media.
sure your social media aligns with who you are. So
It
you don't have
does.
to
You know how
lie.
you, Mako. As long as you know me, you've never seen anything but what you get.
That's
what
my
you
point.
see is what
Why would
get.
you block
So
it?
why does it?
That's-
So
do you
what
hear
does it
what you-
matter? But what does it matter if it's social media or if it's real life?
I'm so glad.
What does it matter?
What
What does it matter if it's social media or if it's real life?
Back to whatever. Something.
Look,
Listen, I'm just putting my
change
pocketbook.
the
I'm just to go. Y'all done pissed me out.
but we talk about social media and relationships was a big thing that actually our biggest episode.
Yep.
Really
It
was
was
it?
our first
It
episode.
was. That was our very first episode.
Do y'all feel like social media makes it harder to maintain a relationship?
Oh yeah.
Because of expectations.
So
Yes.
the pictures that I post of myself, some of them are a much. Maybe I got a little titty out and a little. I don't arch my back just right, and so I'ma have somebody that I might have been flirting with 6 months ago comment, and it's not even something that's happening currently. But for a man that's just meeting me, that might spark up like, oh, she's hot. I'm not. I might be somebody just
You need to
entertain.
get somebody who ain't tripping on that. That's my whole point.
Most men
just
are
know you.
nowadays. Most men are. Y'all
Most are.
because-
Facts.
So I'm gonna ask you
But
a
you don't
question.
need
So,
most. You only
me
need
and
one.
Me and Liz had this conversation earlier today. Matter of fact, we surely did. And she said, "What if I wanted to do?" We talked about the nude art. She said, "Would you be open to supporting me for that?" I said, "Man," I said, "if it was art, I think I would. But if you just like posting thirst traps or something like that, I don't think I'd be cool with that."
What's considered a thirst trap?
A
though?
thirst trap.
the
Like,
definition of a
What's
thirst
the
trap.
thirst
so a
trap?
thirst trap
on
is like the
social
ones
media?
that be
What's a
just
thirst trap?
posting little perky cheeks just to get attention, just to be drawing people in. I feel like there's certain attention that you should not want to even crave.
Okay,
Honestly.
so
Like
honestly,
Why?
I was-
Hold on.
like, I mean, look,
Why
like
should she
what?
not crave that?
Why should she?
She's
People
a married
do.
woman.
No, I'm saying,
But I'm
she's still a human.
so yesterday people
okay.
could be posting like
People
yesterday.
still
What if I
crave
posted a
attention.
selfie
Just
yesterday?
'cause
I
she said
had
I do
titties
that
out
doesn't go away.
yesterday.
True.
But then that's
I mean,
your,
That's all I'm
but
saying.
I'm saying, is that considered like a thirst trap?
Is
If
that
I-
now? What is your intent behind
I just
posting?
think once people say we married,
No, I mean, what if you just posted because you think you cute? I mean,
If you think you cute, that's one thing.
is that
Now this is the thing. Like I'm like, babe. Okay, her initial question was, what's the difference between posting pictures for beauty versus
A workout.
fitness?
Exactly,
Workout, right?
nothing.
She says people can post workout pictures all day, skimpy, whatever, and people will applaud
Exactly.
it. But people can post something just because they feel good about it, and everybody has all these opinions about it, right?
I got an answer.
Exactly.
Okay,
Because people full of shit.
right, that's true. And now she
Yeah.
said, "Do you? What if we wanted to do that?" I said, "Man, there was a picture I seen with a dude tatted up, butt naked, with his wife, butt naked,
I saw
cigar."
that picture.
I said, "This is a beautiful picture." I showed her it. She said, "Nah, that's too much. Why would they have their personal business on Facebook?" To me, I thought it was beautiful. It was
dope.
love. It was comfortable. I'm like, "Would you be down to do it?" Because I'll be down. She was like, "Babe, I don't think everybody needs to see us in that light. It's what we have behind closed doors is personal." Okay, so y'all heard that question, right?
Okay.
But then she go back and asked me, "What's the difference between that?" That's the same exact damn thing. But you wouldn't feel comfortable with me doing that. So I said, okay, if you was doing like a breast cancer one, we seen the breast cancer
Yeah,
one,
that's
right?
what I was just gonna
If
say.
you was doing something like that, I would be comfortable with that. If you was even doing the body art, butt naked art, I would be comfortable like that. The reason why I would be comfortable like that, because I want you to feel all your hard work that you've done. When you get in your 60s, 70s, I want you to look back and be like, damn, that was dope. I did this. I know that takes courage to do it. That I can understand. Now, if you just like, yo, I'm going to throw on some lingerie and go take a picture on Facebook and post this, I'm like, babe, come on, really?
Yeah, see, now that would be kind of problem.
Come on, like,
but I mean,
if you want to do it because that now,
Okay, so
it's-
that
this is where I'm
goes
at
back
now.
to me. Like, that's
I'll be
something
like,
I would so
you
do
really wanna
because
do
that's who
that?
I am.
I know. Now, if that's
do it.
who she is, I can understand.
That's how
it.
you feel?
I'm not trying to control.
I think
it.
I'm sexy. I think
You
I'm.
said if you really want to do it, then do it.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
I
why
said if you, I said if she really want to do it, go do it.
This
I'm
is why
gonna
I
feel
say
some
that
way
now.
about it, but do it.
This is why I say that now. Now, look, I've been married, 14, 15 years?
I've been married 9 years now.
So a lot of my marriage, I didn't think like this. But this is what I'm thinking. Like, if people gonna make it for the rest of our lives,
You have to be who you are.
like being married, like for real, and be happy too, then man, it's gonna have to be some give, man. If people really talking about
Yeah.
we're gonna be together till we die and be happy,
Yeah.
like you can do one or the other, but do both.
Yeah.
It's gonna be some give. And if this is like something like you like, dang, this is the only thing stopping me from doing. In my heart, I want to do. The only thing stopping me is I'm married to this nigga. Then I'm not gonna stop you from doing it.
Right.
Then I can get over how I feel.
And I think
can
that's
get over
totally
that
different.
shit.
Now I think it's different
And that's what's up.
if that's who that person is.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I would ask, like, okay, tell me what's going on. But I'd be like, okay, this is what you really want to do. If you
Right.
really, because in my mind, you already did it.
Right.
Like, you want to do it.
Right.
So me stopping you don't change the fact that
That
you
would
want
be
to
totally.
do it.
Now me knowing
That's
her.
like.
That's how I
If
look at
that's
it.
who she
You see
is.
how I dress on
This
a
what you
normal
wanna
basis.
do.
On a
Right.
normal basis,
So
I'm like,
do it.
That's
I'm
true.
That's who
I'm
you
a
really
short
are.
queen.
I'm
I
only
love
holding
booty
you
shorts.
back. at
But
this
that's who
point.
you are, though.
Okay, so but still, so you
She's telling you that's who she is.
that's
too,
that's
man.
your wife is telling you that's who she is.
Hell
she's
no,
at-
bro.
Okay.
I know. You know what my wife is doing? My wife is testing me to see how I respond based
We're
on
still
that.
recording.
That's
I
what
know
you-
we are. I know we are.
But you
Okay.
think she testing you, and she probably is
If
not.
she's not, like I said,
Maybe
and
she's
if not,
developing into a
then go
new
ahead.
person that you.
And I feel like that's somebody that I want her to be proud of for being. If that's your decision, don't ask me my opinion about it.
Well, she
Go
needs
and be
to.
that.
I mean, you
no,
are
you
her
give her
significant
opinion. You say
other.
this
Why
is
not?
this is how I do stuff.
Yeah, give her opinion.
This is my opinion, but you are always free to do.
There you go. And that's what I
Whatever you
said.
wanna
I
do.
was like, there may be some indifference. Where was the indifference at? Because I think on set, what type of attention is going to bring, but it would be a double standard because I get hell of attention.
It's gonna be some
I get
negative
hell of
attention you
attention.
don't
What
want.
you get attention
That's gonna
for?
happen.
What do
What
because
draws
like
people into you?
She's
it's just because like first of all
calm down.
like I'm ambitious.
Calm, shut up,
Hold
shit.
on, I'm ambitious. I'm vocal. I'm always
heard
putting
you.
myself out. I got a lot of friends. I'm social by nature. I've always been that way.
And so you, by nature, as your attraction, you attracted somebody that's totally opposite of you. Liz is not anything like you.
No.
Liz is so
Liz
super quiet.
is not super social, but she's very ambitious. She's very driven. She's very diligent in everything she wants to achieve. She's definitely intelligent, which I value all those things. I think that when I first met her, because when we first met, I was from the hood. I was like trap star. She was like good girl, Aretha Franklin soul, very reserved. I'm not messing around with that. If you're gonna be with me, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never been with nobody like that. If you're gonna be with me, you gotta come correct. And I was like, well, damn, we talking about something real. So I had to get real to be on that type of standard.
So you had to adjust you.
I had to just.
I'm not adjusting.
But sometimes it's not. Sometimes that's not a bad thing. Though.
It's a great
I'm
thing
not
because
adjusting, but I would think that.
And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why it's a good thing. Because in the last 3 years, 3 of my friends have OD. If I wouldn't have met Liz, I probably would have OD. Because I was on drugs like that. I had 2 homeboys that's locked up. If I did not meet Liz, I probably would have been locked up. 2 of my kids, I didn't get to really raise like I wanted to. My other 2 I got, I have. So a lot of conditioned beliefs from the foundation of where I came from was challenged from a person that said, if that's how you want to be, that's cool. But I see more in you. Can we have an open discussion without you being in your feelings about that?
So you're going to flip it back on her.
And so I feel like, I feel like it's a sense of maturity.
So she added value to your life. She didn't so much as try to change you for to fit her.
And I think that's
okay to change.
She just said, I need to change because I want to be with this woman and I see what standards she
right.
needs.
And it wasn't just for her, it was for me too. Because it was like, my nigga, I'm living a trail of tears.
No, it ain't.
My stuff, I'm wrecking my own damn life. You know what I'm saying? I'm causing pain for my children, stuff that shouldn't even be going on. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's okay. I think it's okay to find a person that really challenges the sense of who you are so you can get it together.
Right.
But then you should be with somebody that wants to hold you accountable, that can be raw. They can
so
be
you ain't going to let her do the pictures, though?
Hell yeah, she can do the pictures. If she wants to.
But she okay, so she wouldn't do the pictures with you, though.
Huh?
She don't want to do the pictures with you.
I don't think she would do the pictures with me. I don't think she would.
But she would do the naked pictures by herself.
I don't think she would even do that.
I think
later on she probably
we all
would.
just confused. I don't
what?
know.
I think later on she. What you say?
I think they just instigating right now.
Are they?
No, I'm just asking.
Now you want to know?
I'm
Let me
not
ask y'all. Would y'all do it?
No.
Would I do what? Take naked pictures?
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Bust it
Hell
down,
yes.
Indiana.
Hell yes.
I wouldn't.
I would have to be in the gym
What
for
about the
6
art
months
one?
before.
I mean, that's what she was saying.
but-
She was saying, not now. She was saying, look, I'm getting my body right. Next year, I probably want to do it.
I've done
said, cool.
Because I'm like, I go to the gym for like 6 months straight. I'm getting a full back chest piece, and I'm gonna be shirtless all the time.
Because that's what I'm doing next year.
If it's a certain reason, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Like,
right.
Just to show
Okay,
everybody.
so wait a minute. So
I did the topless breast cancer shoot.
So is it to take the picture and post it on social media, or just to take it and just something that she's keeping at home? Like, what's the intent
I think
behind
probably
it?
both. I think that she wants to do it. If she was doing it for her hard work to show it off, I told her I would support her regardless.
and she has lost weight and everything, right?
Hell away.
So I mean, I don't see nothing
Maybe
wrong with that. I
once
mean, I think it's
when she was 20, she was like, if I ever look like I would do this. And that just might have been a goal
It's
that you
possible.
never know.
I mean,
And I think that's
but
dope.
I mean, I think maybe it's because of the end result. She might feel like
She worked
accomplished,
hard.
and maybe she
Yeah.
worked hard. Shit, why not? I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I mean,
I think it'd be dope. I do.
I think sometimes
the
we gotta
but
touch
then
our
that goes-
own
but-
personal stuff.
But that goes
and
back
let
to
the people
motive,
we
though.
in
And that goes back to
with
intent.
it go back to the
be
intent.
them
Exactly.
too.
Right.
We can't just be, well, because this makes me feel a certain way. You can't be there. I think.
So
we
let's
gotta
say this,
talk about
okay?
it.
It's okay to talk
Let's
about
say
it, though.
what if
No, definitely talk about
Do
it.
you
And if
think-
they choose not to, but I'm just saying by.
But if they
Let's
really
say your man is
adamant
like,
wanna
yo,
do it,
I want to post a picture of me naked because I want everybody else to see me naked.
Oh hell no.
Naked, okay, because that's
Why
on
not?
Facebook, because you're going to go to Facebook jail. That's what's going to happen.
I mean, why post a naked picture? Now, if you wanted to, I guess it's the intent behind it too. I
But
mean,
that's
what
a thirst
was the
trap,
reason?
right? But we're talking about intent and motive now, right?
But you said naked, so what if my man wants to take a picture with his, like...
I mean, that's
he wants to-
a
he wants to-
that's a
he has
lot.
But let's
his
just say that
pulled down.
man just recently lost 130 pounds.
Then I don't have no
And,
problem.
You know what I'm
with
saying?
it.
It's all context.
I still don't want
It's
you to
all
do
in
naked.
But shouldn't that be the same thing?
Not naked,
but
no,
you mean
not
like
naked.
in some underwear?
In some underwear, your jeans
Okay.
pulled down. You're talking to a woman who has a picture of herself on Facebook in a pink sequins swimsuit with a crown on, posing like I just won Miss America pageant.
That's dope to me.
And so I'm not gonna have an issue with my
she's
man
saying
posting.
she's not tripping on her
I
man
have a
wanting to be
picture
a
of me with
fireman.
a dress that's see through all down the front, and I have on bra and panties under it. This is my expression of me. It was a birthday
I think
photo
we-
shoot,
yeah.
and
And
it was
I think-
5 different Tanyas. There was the club Tanya, the mama Tanya, there was the diva Tanya, the businesswoman Tanya, and the queen Tanya. And it was just
I guess it
all
would be
these
like
I know
Tanyas.
all of them too.
And
Like
they
my
ain't
photo
shit
shoot.
most
I
of
mean,
the
I
time.
recently took a photo shoot just recently when I turned 40. So I took a 40 and fine photo shoot, and I was like, I'm a step out the box. I took one with just a fur coat on, and that's it. I mean, that's what I did, and I posted it.
Yeah,
So
but
you
you
know
really
what?
couldn't see nothing.
That was a long. That was.
You see my cleavage.
You know what? That was an argument we
So-
made because Liz said one of her friends, same thing. I think she was 40 or 45, lingerie. And she said, do you think this is too much? I was like, it's quite a bit, but she looked bad. It was beautiful. Older lady, laying on the bed, white spread. And I was like, it's dope. The reason being is because, man, once again, I want later on down your line, if you look back and be proud of that, that's dope. But if you look back and be like, man, I wish I never had done that, that's a whole nother conversation.
But we too judgy, like as people.
That's
are
my
super
whole
judgy.
thing.
We are
Is let
super
people
judgy.
be people
Yes.
who give a. If
We
it's
always
not,
you know what?
want
I
to
think
dictate what
the
people
main-
shouldn't do, what
that's
they
my
shouldn't
whole
post.
And I think it's the
mission
people
for
that
life.
judge it
I have a
is
problem with amongst women because we'll see a woman out and she might not have something on that we would wear. And the first thing out of our mouth is, ooh, she ain't got no friends.
But they-
and in all actuality, you have to think, well, maybe she does. She has better friends than we do because they accept her as she is, how she wants to dress. I'm always wearing
We
stuff.
normally do about 1:30.
I always wear stuff that my friends would never wear. I have 6 core friends. None of us ever dress alike. I might wear. I'm the seductive dresser.
See, that's
I'm
me.
gonna have my titties out. I might have some booty shorts on. I always show my legs because I
Let's
ain't
go
got no
deeper
ass.
than dressing. Humans just judge.
Regardless.
Period.
Like, you don't even have to do dress. Like, it's even deeper than that.
It is.
We judge
And see,
people's
I don't-
kids, how you parent.
I don't
we
judge on that,
we
man.
judge. That's what humans do.
I
We sit
like
around-
for my
I
wife to
do.
feel
And I
beautiful,
admit,
too,
I
man.
was
That's different.
as a single mother and having raised boys and girls.
So you gonna let her
I
watch
am.
the booty shorts?
I'm very judgmental of other mothers when they get to the point where, say, your son is. You on Facebook and you calling your son by his gang name, Lil Pookie, Lil Drive-By, whatever, and then Lil Pookie, Lil Drive-By gets locked up and you all free. No, because you as a parent should have directed that a different way. So I do judge parents sometimes.
But we say
I
that
do-
though. But sometimes, what if that's all they know though? Sometimes
as a
I mean,
parent,
it's not
as
right.
a parent, as growing up and being the thug that I was, and it took me to have my 4th child. Now my first 3, I was still doing my thing, but my 4th child changed my whole outlook on it. I'm like, okay, get it together. And so everything changed. When you become a parent, you become selfish. You become, that's your priority. They didn't ask to be
Right,
here.
but hold on. This is what I'm saying about judging. I worked at a school, right? I taught. I see parents, and I used to hear like even teachers just judge parents as they come in, and like what she was saying, your core is, I'm selfless, I'm doing whatever for my kids or whatever. But how that looks and how that's practiced in life is different based on how you were raised. Just like how you were earlier talking about play pussy, get fucked. That's normal in your house. Somebody else who grew up and believed you shouldn't cuss around your kids will judge your parents. But you still turned out all right. My whole point is...
That's questionable.
but my point is, man, we spend so much time judging everybody. Like if we really just everybody just focus on just trying to be the best you, and really realize most people, no matter how fucked up they are trying to be the best them.
Right.
No matter how it
The
looks.
best way they
Well,
do
they
it.
The best way they know
They
how.
should.
And look, my sister's schizophrenic, so this what it made me look at
Should be.
everything differently.
Should be, right.
On
should
how I view people, because people are only seeing the world through
From
their
their
eyes.
lens,
They
right.
live in it the way they live it.
Right.
It doesn't matter if it's true to me.
Right.
That's what she really believes at this time.
Right.
That's what we got to deal with. So it just changed my whole, like, we only live in life from our perspective.
Right.
And we spend so much time looking from our perspective.
Right.
That we don't see, like,
Right.
that we don't know why that person wearing what they might have tossed and turned and been like, damn, I don't want to put this on themselves.
Right.
We don't know what they went through. Then we like, look at this motherfucker with this shit on.
Exactly.
And they don't know that they don't want to have.
So you don't see,
I'm
you don't
just
see
saying-
when people are they're like literally not even trying to break generational curses. your daddy been locked up. I want to make sure that you don't have that same mentality. So you have to be the bigger person. You have to raise your kid a certain way to prevent this from being my baby daddy. My youngest son's daddy stayed in and out of prison. Got shot, was in a wheelchair, passed away about 2 years ago. So in my eyes, my baby boy, I had to take what I know is in him, because I believe in nature over nurture. I know that he has that man's DNA. Mm-hmm. So in my eyes, I have to be the total opposite of what that grandma, the mama was. Mm-hmm. I have to be so much more of a parent to this kid than what he was raised for, because it's in him.
Right, that's your drive. But you still, my point being is,
I've broken that generational curse, because that whole family, that's what they do, in and out of jail. So I broke that curse because it wasn't. To me, I didn't feel like it was an option. Whereas some parents would just go with that's just who he is.
But some parents don't even have the opportunity to. I don't know. They just mentally don't have the
capacity.
The capacity to break. To see nothing's wrong with it.
Curse.
Because I grew up with a lot of people. And I see them with their kids on there, and they okay with them throwing game sets up in it.
Right.
I mean,
I don't like it either.
but I don't like it either. But I don't know if they even have any other resources. That's all they know.
Man, I had a little dude when I was at alternative school that he was there because he got jumped. He came home. His daddy gave him a pistol and told him to go handle the business. And he got jammed up with the gun. So this is what he's taught. So even if he has kids, he's still going to... And his dad is still trying to raise the best person he can raise. His thing is, I got to teach him the streets. Like, this is what it is. So this is what...
Be a man.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
People still...
And that's what
all like have the same goals. They just might not have the same tools to accomplish it.
Right.
And so my whole thing is I try my best to see things from another person's point of view. Like, okay, I don't know how they got to that point.
Right.
Like to see the world that way.
Right.
But that's how they see it. And I just feel like, man, we spend too much time judging people on how they are getting through this human thing, man. Being human, we spend too much time. This is why I feel like relationships don't work.
I think it depends on the person, though. I think that if you're a thinker and you're conscious, and you have a sense of awareness to where you know how to navigate different states of consciousness and being exposed to be open or educated, is different from another individual who only knows everything based on being in that particular type of box. For instance, my parents, just last week or a couple weeks ago, I went over there and tried to bake some fish. You ain't bringing no damn baked fish in my house. We fry. I'm like, Mom, you've been in the hospital. We can't keep frying this. You know what I'm saying? Or we got a detox. I'm not drinking that. Mom, you got to stop smoking cigarettes. I'm not going to quit smoking. Like, Mom, you got to. This is killing you. You know what I'm saying?
They're not open-minded.
They're not open enough to try.
A lot of people are not open-minded.
Or my grandma won't even go to Edmond. The police are stupid in Edmond. I'm like, Grandma, I'll come out here and see you, but
people have conditioned
beliefs. Now, not everybody knows they have the ability to challenge the conditioned beliefs that they have.
That's why I dropped religion. Anything that I realized that I was just...
It's not working in your favor.
Not even that. Anything that I realized that I was just doing off of cruise control without any thought behind it, I quit doing it. I'm not doing nothing that it doesn't... I'm just doing it. Everything I can do. If you ask me why, I can explain
what I'm
why
saying
I
is,
believe anything I believe. There's never just because or any thought I have. I'm going to tell you why. I know why I believe everything I believe. And I used to didn't. It used to be sometimes God just was steering. I don't got none of them. Everything I can do, I can tell you why.
You started being more practical.
I just started realizing, man, we do so many things
without question,
just because this is how it was done.
Right.
This is how my mama did it. We whoop our kids because our mamas whooped us.
Right.
I used to save aluminum foil because my mama saved aluminum foil. You know what I'm saying?
That goes back to the question I asked you.
I got that makes a ton of sense.
You know what I'm saying? 2 cents is like, it only costs $1. When we first got together, she was like, why are you saving this?
You know what I'm saying? Who created that narrative? You know what I'm saying? Because we have like this canvas, right? We have the ability to truly dictate everything about us. We have the ability to shift our whole identity, right? This whole thing that we have programmed in our subconscious mind, we have the ability, but a lot of times we just let everybody else think for us. That's a slave mentality.
Everything, when you hear everybody, well, it's just, everybody does it. It's just everybody knows it. Anytime I hear everybody, I'm already
Yeah.
thinking about the opposite. Like, hold on,
Yo.
this shit's hold on, because everybody can't agree.
Right.
That's not even
Right.
anything. If we all agree, somebody bullshit.
Right.
We can't all agree. Humans don't even work like that.
People would say, okay, you have this mentality, but if it doesn't feel good in my spirit, I'm not gonna do it. If it doesn't
Right.
feel good to me, I don't care
I'm
if
a
it feels
question,
like
right.
if it feels like I'm doing something that's going with the masses,
Right.
and it feels good to me. If it feels good on my spirit, if it feels like
Right,
this is
in
the right
alignment
thing
of
to
who
do,
you are, right.
I'm gonna do it.
I'll go.
I
I'm
don't care.
not
I'm not
anti
saying-
going with the flow. What I'm saying is, while we going, I'm like, is anybody thinking? I'm gonna stop and think.
Right, right,
like,
right.
okay, why we all walking this
So
way?
you're not a
And
robot.
everybody's like,
Right, right.
because everybody just go, hold on, man. Has
Right.
anybody stopped? That's me. Like, why are we just doing this though? Like,
Right.
and then if you say we're doing this because, well, shit, let's go. But I just need reason. I
Right.
can't just do it.
Do it just because
Just
they say
because.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
blind faith and suspending your sense of critical thinking.
And I never could.
It's one of the biggest
Since
tricks
I was
that I think
5.
in the world, man.
They was like, you need to pray. The devil working on you.
At that time, they thought you were just bad.
They did.
You was
Like,
bad.
Because I asked my Sunday school teacher, why are you telling us
Superstition.
this stuff?
Yes.
They're like,
Why are you
I can't
telling
cross
us
the
this
street
shit?
because a black kid? I seen a woman cuss out her kid. You better take your ass back around that pole.
Real.
Kid was terrified.
I split poles all the time.
I used to be.
My mom used to wear me
but
out.
I thought about like, but
The broom on the foot.
Yeah, the broom on the
You
floor.
go to
Now
jail.
that one I
Yeah,
still,
you still spit on the
I
broom.
still spit
That's
on
what I'm
the
saying.
broom.
That's what I'm saying. We pass down stuff,
why?
and we don't even.
You don't question the
We
condition
just do
belief.
it. We just
I
doing it.
know, but I just in case it's
But
real.
I be wanting to do, you got to show me somebody who has had this experience. Like, I'm doing Tender Life because somebody swept my foot.
Hey, but no bullshit.
And I mean, like,
I had a homeboy who really, he felt like he made it happen. We was at Penn Square. Dude swept his feet. He started tripping about letting him spit on the broom. Dude, like, I'm not gonna let you spit on the broom. The shit escalates to this nigga fighting the dude and going to jail. And he like, nigga, I told you. The shit. I'm like, no, nigga, this you.
You found him.
It's you. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm like, I told you. Like, no, nigga, this was you, dude.
I'm
Like,
sorry.
but
Oh my
people be
God.
really believing whatever,
That is
man.
funny.
Because I don't believe in the
Let's
putting
go.
your purse on the floor, you're going to be broke type thing. I say don't
See,
put your
and I
purse on the
still
floor.
don't
when
But
you
we've
leave.
done
I
so
think your
much.
floor is dirty.
But just stop and think about how many things just in your life that you do that you really don't even know why. Like, you
Right.
just do it because your mama did it and they didn't never ask no questions. And I just feel like, let's stop and ask questions. And then if it makes sense, let's keep doing it. Like, you know what? I thought about this. This does make sense to keep going.
Yeah.
But let's just not do it because it's the way it's always been done.
Yeah.
Everybody sees, like, marriages are failing left and right.
Why?
Or not even marriages, just boyfriend and girlfriend relationships in general. They fail left and right because everybody's trying to do it this same way.
Right.
Somebody got to stop and think like, why don't we just try to do
Yeah.
our own thing different?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
those are the people who be happy. Then everybody sit back like, shit, it couldn't be me. They happy, motherfucker.
Right.
But that's just me.
That's true. I mean, it really is. It really is.
Well, we're going to wrap
So-
it up. We want to thank y'all.
Now we gotta, I guess, tell y'all where we can find the podcast.
We got
What outlets? Huh?
Cool.
We're mostly on just YouTube. It's,
But we need to get audio. Do y'all know how to turn video to audio?
We can do that. We already know how to do that.
Okay.
Okay, so we're on
Perfect.
YouTube. The channel is So What You Think OKC. We are supposed to drop an episode every Tuesday at 6 o'clock. We
No,
drop it at
6-ish.
6
It ends up to be 6, 7-ish.
sometime Wednesday morning.
Sometimes not at all. But we are trying to be more consistent.
No, listen, if y'all looking to shake us out, go to YouTube.
We
What
have
You
lots
Think
of videos to
OKC.
watch. I'm saying we might not drop it every Tuesday.
We dropping that thing every Tuesday at
Generally on
6-ish.
Tuesdays.
6-ish.
Yes.
Okay. And what you, Mako, tell them what you got going on again.
Oh, I have
Pull out your
a
phone.
show. I'll be at the Tower Theater November the 6th. Get your tickets now. I'll be opening for Tony Roberts and
Arnett Street.
nope,
No.
Tony Roberts. We'll just say Tony Roberts. And
And you be at a church.
oh yeah, and I'm gonna be preaching Sunday.
Oh.
Y'all come Sunday. I'll
Pastor
be preaching this
Henson.
Sunday.
Pastor Henson.
Yes, at the Marshall Memorial Baptist Church. Greater Marshall Memorial, not the regular one.
Come on.
The Greater Marshall Memorial
The best
Baptist
one they
Church.
got.
3045 Northeast 16th Street. It's a black church, so you know they're gonna trip out if I don't act right.
And then what? Is we got anything going on?
Preach has some
Anything?
books coming out.
Yep,
do?
I just
Yeah.
sent my books to the publisher, From Living the Legacy, Beyond the Barriers of Mediocrity. That should be out here in the next couple months. We doing a series, docu-series that's going to be on YouTube. And I think that's about all I got going on.
So we got something going on. I guess if that's in the works. I guess we'll probably release it.
Y'all will be doing
next
something.
couple weeks.
Yeah, probably
next couple weeks we'll release it. Let everybody know once we get everything worked out. But I guess we just got through yesterday. We had our 1 year celebration. That
Dope.
was nice.
Congratulations,
Dope
ladies.
celebration.
Let's go.
Took
Yeah.
good pictures.
Yes, October 4th we did
Y'all
our 1 year.
inspire me. Y'all inspire me.
Man, that was
Thank
awesome,
you.
man.
It
really
was nice. We wanted something small and kind of intimate, and it turned out to be nice. So that was nice. And then thank you, Glass. They actually reached out to us to host our after party. So thank you for that. We are on. Look, y'all know this ain't my usual. You know, Capri
I
normally.
think you can edit that party in.
I was gonna say that too, but you think?
You can try. Go ahead.
Okay, let's see. Capri normally do this. Look, we're on Anchor, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify. And then every Monday and Friday, we on SeattleHipHopRadio.com. And that is at 9 a.m. Central Time. He does put us in a rotation throughout the week. And remember that SoundCloud.com is 24 hours a day, so download the app. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, Mocha Tea Podcast. And if you need to book us or want to give us any topics or anything like that, y'all can reach out to us on our email, Mocha Tea, and that's MOCHATEA 2018 @gmail.com. And we out.
Peace.